everyone, are you bored? Do you have nothing to do today?
Yes.
Do you just want to sit back, relax, and listen to a bunch of idiots talk? Well, you're in luck, because you've stumbled upon the Disventure Dispatch podcast, your local news station for all of the Disventure Camp related stuff. We got 2 writers, 1 actor, I guess 2 voice actors actually, because we do have a voice actor guest with us, and 2 super fans, kind of, / ex-voice actors on the show, whatever you want to talk about. Okay, cool. Now to introduce each and every one of our hosts one by one, and then we'll introduce the guest at the end. All right, so let's turn our attention to the one, the only, Jpeg!
Hello!
Hi, Jpeg.
Hello! Howdy.
Jpeg, it's great to have you on the show, because you've never been here before. You
Yeah.
totally didn't make this podcast. Anyway, so, I wanted to ask you, because, you know, like, you couldn't really predict anything about this show, because, you know, I mean, you kind of already know everything right off the bat.
Exactly.
So,
I'm the Oracle.
I wanted to ask you, out of the current Final 5... Oh, sorry, go on?
No, I'm just the Oracle.
Okay, anyway. Out of the current Final 5, who would you most like to win, Disventure Camp All-Stars, in your personal opinion?
Whoever's most likely to give the money to Ellie.
Out of the current Final 5!
Who's most
who is most likely to give it to Ellie? Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay,
Gret
my
then.
bad.
Okay, so Gret.
Gret?
Be like, here, Gabby, take the money. And Gabby will be like,
Yay, I give it all to Ellie!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Gabby needs some self-respect to this point.
Oh, fair point. Okay. I didn't say goodbye to the NDA. I said in his personal opinion. Anyway, next, we will turn our attention to the one, the only, Tam! Hi, it's... Fun fact, everyone! I saw Tam at Comic-Con this year. Yeah, totally.
Yes! Great job cosplaying as Ashley's husband, by the way. Yeah.
See, you know, like, I didn't even really need to try, you know, I just put on the personality and that's all I really needed. Don't take that seriously, anyone, by the way. Anyway. So, in the spirit of Comic-Con, and in the spirit of cosplay in general, if you were to cosplay any fictional character of your choosing, no holds barred, who would you pick?
she'd pick Ellie.
Ooh,
I'm
Ellie.
so sure she would.
Allie, wait, which one? I would not! Oh my god.
He said Allie. He said Allie. He definitely said Allie.
Oh god. Well, I already cosplayed as Yule, the spicy Yule. Dang, I can't pick him. Is it just like in general or like from DC?
Yeah, just in general. Like, is there any like one you've been dying? Like, I can always narrow it down, but like, is there any character at all you've just been dying to cosplay? You know, like you see their costume and you're like, wow, I really want to cosplay as that. You know what I mean? Oh
yeah. Oh my god. Okay. It's kind of spoilery for my favorite anime, Hunter, but dang it. I feel like everybody on the internet has known this, but like the adult Gong cosplay with like his hair forever like going on for days into the sky.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't. It's not even
Tam,
bad.
as someone who hasn't seen Hunter x Hunter, it's okay. I'm probably not going to remember this.
Yes.
I won't remember it either.
For sure. No. But just know, it's just like this ribbed guy, and I'm like, oh my god. I would totally love to have that cosplay. And just have like the battered villain of the show just in my arms. Like, people have gone nuts over the cosplay. So yeah, that's what I would pick.
The true
Sorry, that sounds a little crazy.
No, you're good. Don't even worry about it. A great choice, though. All right. Next up, he's the voice actor for Yule. You know him, you love him. Marks!
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you, Marks. Can you hear us?
I can surely hear you loud and clear.
Let's go. Okay. I can't word. Okay.
Let's go.
So, Marks, this question pertains to Survivor orgs. You participated in a lot of them. You know them, you love them.
I do.
In a Survivor org. Let's say we were all in a Survivor org, excluding the guests, because they've yet to reveal themselves. Excluding the guests, assume we were all in a survivor org. Which one of you would you come to ally with first in the competition? Whether it's because you actually want to take them to the end or because you want to dispose of them immediately, whichever you want, for whatever reason, you don't even have to disclose the reason. Who would you want to take into?
You know, I would love to say the action game that Tam played to know if she can lie to my face. Everybody make sure to watch that on YouTube when it comes out. So for now, I'd say Jenny Benny because I don't think that there's any way he could look me in the eyes and lie right to my face. Jpeg, you can hide behind those sunglasses, and I know Imer's eyes are the eyes of a liar.
He kind of read us on that. I'm not even gonna lie. It's really hard for me to lie properly. Oh, the one time I played like any sort of survivor org, I played the most honest game. I was like, always keeping my promises, everything like that. And right after the game, I just hear all of the deception everybody went through, including people I trusted, and it just somehow all skirted around me. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know this about y'all.
Oh
no. But yeah. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. I will give the last question to the guests. So why not we move on to our lovely, or my personal, partner in crime here. The bad cop to my good cop per se. Hi, Imer.
Hello, Genesis. Hope you're having a wonderful day today.
Oh yeah, no, I'm having a great day. Thank you for asking.
That's awesome to hear.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're happy because I would never do anything wrong to you ever.
Right, of course. All right. Yeah, no. Speaking of that sort of is in line with the question I have for you, See, you have a lot of your favorites currently in the finals, like right now.
Yeah, like my top 3. That's
and
awesome.
That's great. And that's awesome. Like, they played a great game, and you played a great game. Like, you didn't betray anyone. You didn't do anything of the sort, You were a good, honest theorist, right? And
yes, honest to the fault.
One of those characters really stuck out to me this episode. And I think our question should pertain to that. So let's talk about your favorite character, Allie.
Oh, okay.
Allie has really been working very hard in this competition, She's doing great. So would you care to provide some very kind and positive words for Allie to really motivate her to get as far as she can in the game?
Okay, I can do that right now. For Allie, my advice to her would be simple. Please fix the bridge of Jake. You need to win the challenge. Allie has gotten no immunity wins at the moment. And for her to win the finale, she needs to take people that she can get to the end. It's like, wait, I could beat them in this competition. Those people are kind of like Jake and Rhea right now. She needs to make sure she mends those bridges. I think she'll be a great success, and she'll be doing well. Granted, it's still risky because Jake has won 2 competitions, and Allie, she's really pointed that out. I think if Allie's able to get lucky and find a competition that suits her strengths and takes out the big threats in Gret and Connor, chances go up skyrocketing, in my opinion.
Okay, you know what? I respect that answer. That was actually a genuinely good answer. Thank you, Imer. Very kind of you. Yeah. I'm looking forward to a very, what's the word? Cordial podcast together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, kind sir, for a wonderful question.
It's finally time. I'm super excited for this guest, y'all. You know him, you love him from probably nearly every Total Drama inspired project. He's the voice of so many fun characters, and he is also a very good pal of mine. Been friends for a long time, so I can't wait for this. Please, huge shout out to Raitix! Woo!
Woo!
Go!
Hey, pleasure to see you. I'm sorry for giving you such a big hype.
Oh,
No, God, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. But I hope you're doing well, Raitix. Have you been so far? And this is my question. I'm just asking. Have you been? How do you feel?
I've been good. The premiere of Reality Resort was earlier, so
Yeah, that's right. At the time that we're recording this Reality Resort premiere just today, and we all got to watch it together, and it was great. But my question for you. This is a little bit of a fun one. Out of all the characters you voiced throughout all of your Total Drama fan projects, which would be most likely to win in a rap battle?
Oh, good lord.
At least it wasn't the murder question again.
Stop! That's not in the footage.
Yeah, that's not in the footage, JPEG.
I mean, what, Alex gonna do horrible. Alex got so much that you could rip on him for. Like, if he goes up, it's suicide. So Alec ain't winning. Ever. But I think Carter from Exotic Escapade. That
You
he,
think so?
He would take the
Yeah.
crown. Yeah. I mean, he feels like he's got that confidence. He's
That's very
I mean,
true.
like he seems like he's got his life together. So like, I don't think you could rip on him for anything. Like he's bulletproof.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
I'll-
The moment Carter
disagree.
goes on stage against Alec, you know he's gonna rip into him for his marriage. Oh, poor guy.
I disagree. None
yeah.
solos. Emer.
You're right. Wait,
You're
okay,
right.
that's a fair
How could
point.
I forget?
That's
How could I forget?
True.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
How could I forget the nun? That's what's gonna happen. They're all gonna have their verse, and then the nun's gonna step in at the last second and just destroy everyone.
didn't know anything, but now you're
Yeah.
gonna die.
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
No, that's fair.
He's gonna beat them all up with a ruler.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
But yeah, it's super fantastic having you on the show, Alec.
Alec?
Excuse me.
Please edit that out.
No, you own up to your mistakes. Own up to your mistakes, Dan.
Yeah.
Listen! At least I didn't
we're
say
not our-
Raitix this time.
Mr.
All right.
We're not our characters.
Okay, that's-
Okay.
Calls him Alec. Come on.
No, okay, it's because I was thinking about Alec at the time, and then
Genesis.
Okay, anyway,
Please
Sorry.
separate the character from the actor.
Come on.
don't have that issue. Anyway, it's super fun having you here, Raitix. I'm very glad you're here. And you know, it's super great to be talking to you again. What? Why is everyone laughing?
I'm not laughing, I
This
promise.
is a disaster waiting to happen. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sure you're not.
No,
No,
actually,
but
wasn't.
it's super great having you here on the podcast, Raitix, and it's so good to be talking to you again after so long.
It is
So,
wonderful to be here. I've
before we
missed
continue
you.
on to anything else, huh?
Oh my
Oh,
I missed you too. But yeah, before I forget, or before I even come close to forgetting, because I have forgotten in the past, I want to ask you about your origin story. I do know it very well. However, the lovely viewing audience is not, and I'm sure a lot of people really want to know. What got you started into voice acting? What got you started into Disventure Camp? Please include at least one mention of LJ, because I really miss him.
You know I will.
Um,
You know I will.
hey.
but yeah, pop off.
So, yeah, I've wanted to voice act for as long as I can remember. Just
Mhm.
when I watched cartoons when I was younger, fascinating how these animated characters could be filled with so much life. And since then, it's
Mhm.
become a dream of mine to be the voice behind that character and to give a character that kind of life. So
Mhm.
a lot of people have complimented me on my range, and I built that range by reading stories out loud over the course of more than 10 years at this point. I'm not saying I have 10
Mhm.
years worth of experience, because doing
Right,
DC1
right.
was eye-opening. 'Cause it's so different
Mhm. Yeah,
getting
yeah.
behind a mic and recording.
Oh yeah,
Now,
for sure.
Getting into voice acting is same as it's in part I got into voice acting by getting into DC, quite literally. But how I got into DC was I was late getting into the total drama fandom. I remember season 1 just popping up in my recommended, and I wasn't doing anything, so I was like, why not? So binged every season because it was that good, and then a couple months later or something, I see the original DC, Adventura, I think. That
Right.
popped up. I looked at it, and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. But at the same time, I saw the DC2 casting call, and I wanted to go for it, but I lacked the confidence, and also my setup was
Right.
kind of, so never really tried. And I didn't
Right.
end up watching much of DC2 either. But then DC1 casting call comes, and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's the right time. So here's the LJ mention. I go to LJ, talk about getting into voice acting with him, because he's actually an actor, and he's had experience doing voice work before. So he was my best fit on getting support for it. So he talks me through like microphones, preamps, and stuff like that, and then so he helps me get all that stuff. I share the casting call with him, and we both send auditions. And so huge shout out to LJ. I mean, like, I'm loving life, and Disventure Camp is a major reason why. So like, if I didn't have LJ to push me into trying out for DC, I wouldn't be doing any of the other projects that I'm in right now. Like, life would be so different, and like how it is right now, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I really owe LJ so much.
Oh, good.
That's so cute.
So beautiful.
Oh my gosh. You ever think, Raitix, you ever think about how crazy it is that, like, like, all of us, like, we all lead, like, different lives, but we all, like, saw that one YouTube video about the open casting call around the same time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's
You know what I mean? You ever think how weird
brought
it
us
is?
together?
Exactly. That's probably happening literally right now with DC4 auditions going on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
The future auditioners are probably like looking at that like, like I don't know if I'm right for it. Do it.
Do it.
Sorry.
Yes,
anyway,
you'll get
sorry.
to be on the show.
Exactly.
Yes.
Assuming we
Pass the
continue to
torch.
DC4. I don't know. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will. Who knows?
Nope.
Okay, it's been confirmed, Jpeg. Come on. At least this time it's been confirmed. We can say
Yeah. The damage control. Oh my god.
No, we know the rules. If Cam doesn't watch DC4, there won't be a future of the Dispatch. That's the rule.
Oh, is that how we're doing it? All right.
Wait.
Rubbing
I
hands
will, I
together.
promise.
Come on, Tam.
Yeah. I seen the cast. I'm so excited.
Who are
I
you
trust
excited for?
him.
Who are you
Just
excited
trust
for,
me.
Tam?
Oh, I was
Now, we
just gonna
definitely
say
have-
something.
Oh my
Oh, wait,
No,
what were
never
you gonna
mind.
say? Wait, I want to hear
Never
now.
mind.
JPEG.
No, JPEG,
No, let's have leave.
you dirty dog.
Oh, damn, you're 100% record of not spoil it. It's gonna be
I
broken.
know. So hard. So many NDAs. Oh my god.
So many NDAs. Oh my god. It's okay.
Oh,
You're
my
doing great, Tam. You're actually doing better than I am right now.
Blood on the
Oh.
floor.
But yeah. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about with this episode. Okay, not that much, but what we have to talk about is pretty juicy. But before we even get anywhere close to that, we of course have to focus on our guest. And we have a lot of questions not only lined up from us, but also the lovely viewing audience, aka everyone who respond to the Disventure Camp ping in the Golden Goose production server viewing audience. Okay, Marx's magical question of madness. I love that name.
Thank you.
Question.
But this is my favorite question.
Marx is
Raitix,
really good with questions.
if
Sorry, go
you could voice any fruit, what fruit would you voice? And if there was a fruit version of Disventure Camp, how far do the fruit you think you voice will make it? Yes.
If I voiced a fruit, can I just say I absolutely hate animated fruits?
Oh,
Hey, Apple.
we can do vegetables.
Hey, Apple.
No,
Wait.
sorry.
Oh wait, is it? Do you have annoying orange trauma?
No, I've been doing a lot of babysitting for my sister, and my
Oh.
niece loves
Oh.
baby sensory videos. So there's
Oh,
videos
Oh.
of dancing fruit going on, and it's mind numbing, and it plays for hours.
Oh no.
But
Oh.
I voiced one. I mean, I love oranges, but Genesis just ruined that by bringing up annoying orange. So hell no. Oh, I'll be a grape. Like, they'd be so small and cute, and the other fruits would underestimate them. Like,
Oh, that'd be so fun! Oh my god!
Oh.
Wait,
that's That's Fiore. Fiore's a grape.
Oh, Fiore's the grape. Okay, so now you got to think of like a father grape, you know, like a grapefruit. Wait, oh,
It's a different. He said no. I like how Genesis is always like. It's amazing.
Father.
oh, I'm
father
always
of a
like,
grape.
what?
So, like you see the roles and you do the opposite.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. It's funny.
Nah, I'll go grape.
okay, fair enough.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I could see the grapes. You know, you could be a bundle of grapes, have a bunch of different
Yes.
personalities.
Yeah.
I see it. I
Exactly.
see it.
That would be so cute.
The grapes of wrath.
Exactly. But how would you place? How would you place these grapes?
Oh yeah.
Then you get to be a raisin when you get older.
I think it depends, because if you're bundle, then I imagine everyone would just start getting annoyed with you, and then you're an early bit. If you're just a single grape, you can just slink your way all the way to the finale.
True,
Like,
but
who
alone
doesn't
grape
want to
at
go against a
challenges.
grape in a finale?
Exactly.
True, but remember that grape has to make it past the pre-merge, right? And the pre-merge is not going to be very good at challenges.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh no, wait. It's a flaw in my plan. Okay,
You're on the
you
right
go
path.
in as the
That
bundle,
grapes to spare.
and I don't know.
You
there's
go
a lot of
in-
flaws to this plan.
It's okay. You're doing
You
good.
oh wait, no, that's perfect. You go in as the bundle gets booted except for that one lone grape just slinks right out and then like gets
Yeah.
back on the show.
And then you can make an
Around
alliance
merge
with,
time.
you can make an alliance
Greatest
with
comeback.
Gret Nana.
Yeah.
True.
Renata.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh
Whew.
my
Okay,
gosh.
okay. I really like Marx's question. All right. Tam, what you got?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I do not know if I can measure up to that. Oh my god.
It's all right. Any
Can I
questions
just say
respectable.
Can I just say one thing? For those of y'all who don't know, Tam's profile picture is like I was about to say Miguel. I'm thinking Cobra Kai. Miles Morales.
Miles?
It's Miles Morales running away as Miguel O'Hara chases after him. And like the moment I'm like, all right, Tam, it's your turn. What question would do you want to ask? I hover my mouse over Tam's profile picture and Miles just starts running.
Scared. Oh my god. That was his canon event.
After last episode, this better be a good question, Tam.
Oh no! Oh my god. Yo,
Calling me
I'm
out.
not. No, I'm gonna. I regret every decision ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's not gonna be good. Okay. Okay, in honor of our fallen poor Alec, in this episode, I want to ask, what's your favorite book? But if you're not into reading, what's one of your favorite shows or movies that you've watched?
I'm not big into reading.
Oh.
No,
mean,
you wouldn't leave your
no,
bleeding
when I
son
read-
to read a
When I
book?
read, I like reading when I do it, but I just don't do it enough.
Right. No, that's fair.
Haven't
That's
in
fair.
years,
I
but you know.
Mhm.
I agree.
Do you
But-
have any book that like you read and you were like, wow, I really like this? It's not enough to get me into reading, but I really like this.
It's been years, Jenny. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long. Okay.
But I do have a favorite show. It's not very well known. It's called Central Park. It went on for 3 seasons on Apple TV.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wait, I've heard of that. Mhm.
That's where
Yes.
the friends live.
I
It's
haven't
a
heard of
musical
it, but
show.
keep going.
Oh wait, no.
It's a musical show. I don't know if you know Bob's Burgers, another great show, but it's like the
Yeah.
same studio that makes it. But I'm a big fan of musicals.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a big fan of animation, so I mean, a musical animation show was right up my alley, and it's a really wholesome show. Like it's just
Mhm.
everything ends all good in the end of every episode. It's like
Oh, okay.
Aw.
almost slice of lifey, I guess.
And they have an iconic villain who's just an old woman, and she's the funniest villain you'll ever.
No.
Oh, I just love her.
Oh.
No way.
Yeah.
Matt just comes in like, yeah, I knew all along when he scrubs.
Oh yeah, no, I love
You
Central
know?
Park. I watched the show. Raitix has great
Hell
opinions.
yeah.
Like that show is honestly A1.
Aw.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Watch list. Yes. Oh wow! I should have asked you
I'll
what's your
put it on my
favorite
watch list
musical.
too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ooh.
The old lady villain got me.
Is your favorite musical also Central Park?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay.
More chill.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Chill is up
Okay.
there with it.
Oh
Interesting.
shoot.
I mean, hey, we just flat out don't have enough animated musicals in my opinion, or at least
Agreed.
memorable ones. You know,
Yes.
we definitely need more of them. And apparently Central Park's a really good one. So I guess I will check it out after my Cobra Kai rewatch. I guess.
Same seas.
I'll start out with an easy one because I know that Imer and Genesis. Do you have yours pinned, by the way? Yeah, they were pinned. Okay,
What
so
are we doing right now?
LJ has mentioned a few times, Raitix, that you two have done some Danganronpa voiceovers, and LJ can't seem to remember which characters you voiced. Out of curiosity, which characters did you voice? I did Let's Play as well. It's on the Golden Goose Productions channel, and I did a Byakuya voice. It was pretty good. And that's the voice I used when I auditioned for Alec. It didn't make it in, obviously, but I thought that'd be funny. Alec just sounds like Byakuya Togami.
I didn't actually do Byakuya.
Oh.
Surprising. Who did I do? I know LJ did Monokuma. Oh yes.
Oh
I
yeah.
did Junko. I
get
did
excited.
Chihiro.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, Chihiro. And I did Leon, my absolute favorite Danganronpa character.
Oh yeah, that's Tam's favorite too. That's on
Yeah.
Tam's list.
Good.
Wait,
good.
what?
He's on your list of.
Oh, Junko.
Leon.
Oh, Leon.
Oh,
Leon.
Junko
Oh, Leon, wait!
Peak.
The list
Peak
on the list.
potential.
Huh? Wait, what?
The list, I said.
What was it?
Leon Kawada. Oh.
Baseball guy.
Yeah, Tam has
What?
a list of like guys she wants to.
Don't.
No.
Don't bring that up. Yeah, just you know.
Did I say something? Danganronpa
Yeah.
spoiler. So heads up. But
Oh.
you know the first case, the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
It says Leon. But thing is, LJ didn't know it. LJ's first name was Leo. So when he looked at that, he was like, "Huh, Leo too." I'd already played Danganronpa at the time, so I knew who it was, and oh my god! And then the other people we were doing it with, just DMing me like, he knows this is Leon, right? Like, we were losing our minds. I can't believe that he didn't actually figure out it was Leon until the trial.
Oh my god.
Like,
That's how I feel. Level.
like, that's how it was intended to be played, and I can't believe it turned out that way.
Leo 2.
Leo too.
My twin.
I agree with you so much, Raitix.
I wish this was recorded.
Oh my god,
I'm like, I'm not a horror movie fan, and I watch it with people. I'm like, I know it right away, like the twist, and people don't know the twist. I'm like, oh, why are you going on this way? This is so wrong. But maybe I won't correct them sometimes, because it's funnier that way.
Yeah.
I'm the movie ruiner. I just predict too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say Emer feels like the movie ruiner. You know, like, he's gonna catch like the tiniest little bit of detail that reveals who the killer is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And everyone's gonna be like, nah, that can't be true. Please tell me that's not true. And it ends up being true, and we're just like, all right.
I know. It's like, dang it, you already planted the seeds. Stop it.
The seeds have been planted.
Oh my god.
The
Emer,
Emer
have you seen Knives Out?
I have, and I predicted it right away.
Okay.
Yo.
Oh my god, I
You
also
guessed it
predicted
right away?
Yeah,
Of
it's so
course.
easy.
Yeah, who could have
Sure,
guessed?
gave it
Who
away.
could have guessed
It-
that
it
the
was
biggest
love it.
celebrity in the cast is the murderer? Who could have seen that coming?
Oh my
Well, okay,
god.
I didn't think of it like that. All right.
Right.
It's like whenever a TV show has like a special guest star and they have like one line, it's like, oh gee, I wonder if they'll have a bigger role later.
Oh yeah. God, I hate that.
Yeah, that's
Side note, sorry
Oh my
for
God.
saying your real name, LJ. But
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say.
said my real name in the podcast you did, so you know.
Ooh, true.
I love pettiness. This is amazing.
Luckily, I like, you know, we got a lot of less petty people here, you know, in this to really balance it out. Rhea sucks. Anyway,
I think when Tam leaves, we're just a bunch of petty people.
No, Tam's like
Yeah.
Tam's like the golden like person to have because she's like so nice. Like because we're just like very like
Right?
we point stuff out. Tam's like, oh.
Yeah, you're cooking.
Yeah, keep returning to ask questions.
Yeah, our questions. I have them. I have mine saved because I put the word none in it. All right. So my question to you, Raitix, was: how did you go about finding the voices of some of your more notable characters? Alec, Charles, Carter, if you're allowed to talk about Carter, and also the most important one of your whole career, the nun.
Okay. So for Alec, the audition implied that he'd be this arrogant, smug jerk, and so from years of reading stories and stuff out loud, I just picked one of the voices I used for smug characters. I can't recall where I got it from, but yeah, that's how I picked Alex. Charles, I have this exaggerated intellectual voice. What was it? Which kind of sounds like this, and so I sort of toned it down to a more realistic level, which gave me the voice for Charles.
My God.
Carter, being part Irish myself, I've always wanted to voice an Irish character, and for him, I have relatives in Ireland and sort of tried to impersonate them. Not well, but yeah. But I did actually need to look up some tutorials on Irish accents on the different sounds they make, which was fun. And that was the first role I've actually ever had to do some research for. So I'm excited to do something like that in the future. And then the nun, that actually came out of nowhere. I think I don't know if this is entirely accurate, but I think we were doing a DC1 table read, and Kat, Miriam's voice actor, was absent. I think. And so we needed someone to voice Miriam, and I think Genesis just told me to take a crack at it. I think. I don't really recall, but
It was me, yeah.
Yeah. I just pulled the voice out on a whim from nowhere. Don't know where it came from, but yeah, I put on that voice. And then when All Stars recordings were taking place, Jared mentioned that he thought I did a pretty good old lady impression. So I did it, and now it's my starring role.
Yeah! I loved it. It was really good.
I didn't see anything.
I'm glad the table reads help with that. I didn't know that, actually. That's interesting.
Yeah, Genesis, you got the nun voice.
I'm so happy.
Oh my God!
The nun is here. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My career is done. My career is done.
Okay,
Peak
guys,
dispatch.
sorry. Fuck Alex. Alec character analysis, nun character analysis, right now. So here's the thing. I find it interesting how like she cares enough to chase Fiore, out in the field, like, oh, come back, you have to stay in school, but then she gets paid off. It's like, oh, pick a lane, lady. What are you for? What are your values? What do you guys think?
I think, honestly, the nun is a little bit of symbolism as well, because it sort of says, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how Fiore has always been wanted to be, wanted by her parents as well, but she didn't enough of that. So the fact that the nun cared enough about Fiore to really try and chase after her as she was trying to escape from her, I think is really sweet. I think the nun is the true parent that Fiore was always wanted. You know what I mean?
I like the nun's like like half of her lines. One of her only 2 lines was, "I didn't see anything." It's very like, I feel like it relates to like Christian religion. You don't see anything, right? You don't see God. You have to believe in him. So very symbolic. I love that.
The symbolism.
Imer left. Imer didn't like my slander.
It shows how greed can really corrupt a person, the 7 deadly sins and all that.
Controversial.
Yeah, very controversial.
Why is this
I like her appearance in the trailer where it's like all the All-Stars and then you see a nun running. It's like, what the heck is this? What's going on? He leaves this mystery.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so funny though, because I remember in the preseason calls I remember one time like, yeah, Fiora could be like in a boarding school where we just ship her away. I said as a joke. Whenever I joke, it goes so wrong for me.
Yeah. And I like how it's up to interpretation. Maybe this nun has like, cares about Fiore. Maybe there's another person out there that cares about Fiore. It's great that the nun and Alec have the same voice actor. It's like, there's some parallels going on here.
Everyone, you hashtag DC Twitter, shout out, we need the nun back. And it might work. It may work.
Yo. Imagine Jared
You
just
know,
saying-
okay, listen, y'all.
Yeah, maybe
we
tag
want
Jared
we
too.
want hashtag none to be trending. Hashtag Disventure Camp None needs to be trending.
Yes!
You know how many people we want against
it.
us on this? None.
No, I'm gonna kill you, Genesis. I'm gonna kill you.
No, Genesis. Genesis, that's the funniest thing you said all day. You get a crown for that take.
Thank you.
No, here's the thing. She says, the nun
Why
says,
was that
stop.
taken so seriously?
She says, stop, I'll call the police. But the police in this universe, they're incompetent. They're like Tom. Well, I guess they're also incompetent in the real world, but still.
Oh.
It's like, I'll call the police, but it's like, you know, and then we
Right.
see the police, we see Tom, but he's ghosting people, he's treating everyone horribly. It's like, oh, wait a second. What's going
Right.
on here?
It's sort of
That's
like in a
not
series
copy
of unfortunate
behavior.
events symbolism. You know what I mean? Like how in a series of unfortunate events, you expect all the adults to like really like be there for the children. You know what I mean? But they're not. They're
Right.
very incompetent, and it's just sort of like a way to look at the world. You know, it's a way to see like, hey, you're not better just because you're older. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And I really, yeah, I'm really happy that's what Jared and Robert were going for with this.
Yeah.
Trying so hard to
Now,
keep it straight.
you know, a few more things on the nun, a few more notes I have in the nun. I said something many months ago. I said, like, the nun being here implies like, she has a cross, so that implies Jesus exists. Firstly, I want to see Jesus in his art style. I think that'd be hilarious. Secondly,
Me too. I'm quite curious.
Secondly, in the chat, I said, this implies Jesus exists in the DC verse, and then Robert replied with, that implies Jesus exists. Does Jesus even exist in the real world? And I was like, oh, good question. It's a really good question. I didn't think of that.
Does he have spicy abs? That's all I want to know. All I
Does Jesus get
want
nailed on the cross?
to.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Hello.
Now, here's the thing. The DC has a lot of allusions to Jesus from Fury. She says, like, gods be praised. Oh my god. The gods have smiled upon me. So she is religious. On top of that,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
she
And
is.
it kind of goes back to show like the nun had more of an influence on her than her parents.
yeah. And on
know
top
what I
of
mean?
that,
Oh my god.
Derek says the line, oh, look, Jesus Christ is here, to Trevor. And then later, Trevor says, Emily says, oh, you scared me, Jesus. And Trevor says, you called? So it's like, is Trevor Jesus?
So he does, in fact, exist.
Wait, so Trevor's-
Oh my God.
In Trevor.
Trevor is the second coming of Christ.
But he doesn't have
Oh!
spicy abs
Figured
though,
it out,
so
everyone.
Now, it
I
makes
think,
sense
That's
I
true.
think Trevor's an
why
imposter.
Marcus
I think
cares
Trevor's an
about him.
imposter.
Yeah.
Why Marcus cares about
Imposter.
him? Because Marcus, listen, he has a satanic doll. And he cares about, you know, Trevor, who is Jesus. So it's like, Marcus v. Trevor. Like, God.
Oh my god, that's it. The finale is
God
going to
versus
end with a scene of
man.
the nun and Trevor and Marcus all talking.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's how DC ends. DC all
The
stories will
reckoning.
end not with a bang, but with a prayer. Like all the characters will stop and pray.
Oh my god!
That does, you know, because you know Rhea being an, you know, maybe a Hindu character. It's like, okay, what's Rhea gonna do? Here's the thing that leaves things interesting. Is she Catholic? Is she
Yeah.
Hindu? We don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, we don't. Yeah.
Okay,
We
that's-
don't.
that's-
Yeah.
we spent 5 minutes. No, that's enough.
I can't believe
Oh
that.
god.
Hope you
never
love
hit this
that
5
nun
minutes
analysis,
back.
everyone.
Yeah, Mark's is really
God.
quiet during all that. Kind of weird, but yeah, I guess Mark's don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Okay, sorry.
Atheist.
No, we get it. We get it, Marks. We get it.
Yeah.
I thought this was good because Jpeg gets edit more, so this is his funeral.
And you'll see the nun there at my funeral.
Ah! Why do you keep finding a way to piggyback on my words? Oh god. Alright. So we have some more questions, right, everyone?
We
Who wants
do.
to...
We do. We have a whole ensemble of viewer-based questions asked by the lovely viewing audience right there. That's right, you in the
Well,
live
Genesis, you didn't
chat.
ask-
And
you
we're
didn't
gonna go
ask Mark a
through.
question. You didn't ask one.
Yeah, Genesis, what's
Oh,
your question?
I didn't ask Raitix. That's right. I didn't ask Raitix a question. Okay, Raitix,
Yes.
level with me here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You and I, we both
Mm-hmm.
had our first role in Disventure Camp, right?
Yeah.
Like our first voice acting role. You know, this was our debut role. That's
It was.
nerve-wracking. Because
It
Disventure
was.
Camp has a lot of fan base. You know what I mean? I want to know how your experience was with that. Sort of stepping into a voice acting role with such a huge fandom. Did you? Because I know I had a lot of anxiety going into it. I know I did. What were your thoughts on it overall? Did you feel confident? Did you channel Alec's inner emotions are for weak people?
Well, LJ did help me with calming my nerves for the audition, and then
fair enough.
Of course, when I got the email that I was selected, that just gave me a lot of confidence. Like, wow, they liked me. I did the best. So I did go into the server with a lot of confidence. There was nerves, of course, but once I was in the server, everyone was so kind and welcoming. It just sort of my nerves just floated away.
Fair enough.
I know there's a lot of negativity in the fandom, but I actually didn't see like any of it during DC1 because I don't go on Twitter.
Really? Oh well, yeah. Okay, that definitely added to it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
my god!
I saw no negativity for Alec in the server at all. It was like I was so surprised because I was seeing some for other characters, but never Alec. But maybe that's just because I wasn't, on the places where Alec gets hate.
Yeah.
Alec's been on Twitter more than Raitix.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
Wait, that's actually coming through.
Yeah, because he's like, I heard the rumors on you, Gret, in episode 1.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Twitter is definitely the place of negativity because I've seen more Alec hate recently. Know that I have a Twitter, but
fair enough.
I tend to ignore it unless it's constructive, which most of it isn't. But...
Which I think is a good way to go about it. Yeah. Okay, that was my question. I apologize for that. But yeah.
No, you are fine.
Time to go on. Finally, I keep saying that. I think this is the third time I said this. It's time to go on to the viewer-based question, but that's fine.
The first
one of our lovely viewers
were from
asked,
Edward, and the last one is from Quinny.
Got it. Okay. Wait, 7 of them.
No, we don't have to ask them all.
Okay.
We don't have to ask all of them.
Okay, yeah. We're not gonna ask them all. I think when did you start working and training as a voice actor is essentially already been answered. After listening to the cast panel with you, Jason Campbell, wonder if it were for Alec, which character would you like? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so someone asks if there were a character other than Alec that you would like to voice act, who would it be? And you know what? Just for the sake of funsies, we're talking like all Disventure Camp.
I'm thinking about.
You
I don't think I
the
could
wolf
solve
if you
anyone.
Want.
I don't think I could.
Yes.
Oh my god, I can voice the wolf. I did do a great.
Okay, maybe not the wolf. Maybe not the wolf. We'll stick to contestants and hosts.
Okay.
The wolf's an obvious choice. That's the problem.
I mean, I know what I would say. I'd love to voice Dan. I mean, I think the guy who did it did a crap job. So.
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
If I had to pick, I suppose Nick. That rhymed. Though that would mean getting only 3 episodes. Because I love Nick. I love everything about him. I love Derek's Nick voice. So I can. It's hard.
His Nick voice is great.
It is so good. Even he does British so well.
I love how
so cartoony. I love it.
Back,
see, we have the two parallels. See, Raitix loves Nick, but Vanessa doesn't like Nick because the fake British films.
Yeah.
Well, in the Queen's Gambit.
Like when you listen back on a lot of our auditions, right? Especially like I had this feeling with Nick's audition or Derek's audition for Nick. The moment Derek started speaking, I was like, "That's the one. That's the one right there. That's the Nick."
Yeah. It was so good. Nick, but I could also maybe see myself voicing Trevor. Like if I had
Trevor, I like it.
Trevor's amazing. I love Trevor to bits, but a lot of that's because of Silly Billy. So at the same time, would I really love him as much as I do without Silly Billy? So no, I'll stick with Nick. But then again,
fair point.
but then again, but I mean, Alec is pretty much my favorite character at this point, so I'm already voicing my dream adventure character. But
Right.
That's fair.
being a host would be so much fun, though. It's
Yeah,
so
I feel
hard.
like you'd kill it.
Uh-huh.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you.
No problem.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, final
all
answer,
right,
Nick.
we'll move
I-
on to another question then.
I also realized one thing. If Raitix voices Nick, I lose Rich Niche. I lose a gig.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that's
No,
true.
you lose Rich Niche, but you gain Smart Alec. So I mean,
Yeah, I really.
Smart Alec. Wait, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a spinoff.
Oh my god, I need to work on that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Next question from Edward: which season was harder to voice act, season 1 or season 3?
Oh, season 1 all the way. Yeah,
Ooh.
because I was just starting out then, still learning. Like the whole season was a learning process. Not just on the voice acting side, but also the editing. Like, did you know what a noise gate is? I didn't until All Stars.
Oh my god, I know about this.
Actually.
I-
Well, actually, no.
it
I knew what a
makes-
noise gate was. I didn't know what a compressor was, or what a normalizer was. I didn't know any of
Oh.
that.
Hey Genesis, what's the compressor?
Oh shit!
what's that?
Oh
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
We might have to. Okay, I legitimately. This shocks me because Raitix's voice line sounds so clear, and I don't know how he managed to do that without either a compressor or a normalizer. Bless his soul.
It's just a prodigy of voice acting over here.
Apparently, he's
It's
so
not-
good he doesn't even need the classic audio editing stuff. It's but basically, like, okay, a compressor is a way to like get all of your audio sounding like, you know how like, you know, when you raise your voice, like, you know, like the waveform gets a lot higher, and then when
Yeah.
you lower it, it gets a lot softer. Compressor is used to sort of like even all that out so that it sounds like it's roughly around the same volume.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
really
basically.
good? Because like I feel like different, but like voice levels, so the different inflections really do a lot to the way you say a line. And
The reason,
how-
like, you know, like when you're watching a show, you don't want to be constantly like tweaking the volumes. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, fair enough.
You know, like this part of what this character says is like, you know, this part's too loud at this volume, but then this part's like too quiet, and so I have to turn it up and then down. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Oh, I should take
Yeah.
a look at that. Back to the question though, it's
Yeah.
not only the editing that made season 1 harder, it's the fact that
Mhm.
Alec's voice early on in DC1 was deeper than it is now. And my voice is naturally
Mhm.
high, so that deeper voice was harder for me to do. But
Right.
obviously, as the season went on, the voice developed to not only to record, but also to make Alec sound more emotive. You know?
Hmm.
It's easier to... The deep voice fade out. Yes! Yes!
Yeah, it did.
It got me
Well,
cast.
like, yeah, no, like that's a classic
did.
thing. Where, you know, like when you analyze like how a voice develops, like in any show, this is true in like even like industry shows, right? The character, how it starts from the beginning versus how it ends is oftentimes very, very different. And that's
Yeah.
because the voice evolves as the characters and the voice actor evolves with the character.
Yeah,
That's
no,
like a big good example of like Rachel, Aubrey, Jace, and like you, Raitix, who have to change their characters' voices due to progression, the way the tone is being shifted. I do appreciate how you like did so much more for Alec and emotions, because this is supposed to be his emotional breakthrough, and I think it really showed through the screen.
yeah.
Oh my god. Thank you.
It's like when you start,
You're welcome.
when you start, you know, you got no home and you got no name, so you change your view again and again.
Yeah, really? Really, you're making that? Okay. that recording that scene was hell. Enjoyable hell, but hell.
Oh,
Now you're gonna do
Oh my
80
gosh.
more with the greetings.
Yay. No, I do actually love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, last 5 questions, I guess.
Okay.
Alan Connor, Alan Rear, Alan
oh.
Cheryl.
Alice
who?
Cheryl.
Alan Connor,
Alice
Alan
Cheryl,
Rear,
like
Wife.
like as in his wife.
Alec. I see
Oh
Connor
yeah,
and
I
Alec
forgot
just
you
as
were really
friends.
an Alec.
I was.
Yay.
But I don't think Connor and Alec need to be, kissing to have an amazing relationship.
True.
Alaria, no, it's clear that he only kissed her out of loneliness, so no, don't. And Alice Cheryl, that ship has sank deep down into the ocean.
Yeah.
So I'm not on board with any of them really.
Well, see, Emer, that's what you should do for Rich Niche.
Oh, we'll see. I'm not saying anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever need me yet?
Here's a question
I'm just a message away.
Okay, I got you.
from Quinny. How did you feel about Alec being the one to start the Villains Alliance?
Yeah, he started it. He may have founded it. I think Rhea made the Villains Alliance, right? Like, Alec created the group to stir up conflict. Well, because these people stir up conflict. And then Alec kind of just stopped doing that into the merge. But Rhea kept it up. So, Rhea's made the Villains Alliance. Rhea sabotaged the alliance.
And I love Rhea, and I can admit that she put Fury to death. She put Ellie in the sand challenge and the bad design. I love Rhea, but she plays for herself, and it's so funny.
She did. It's okay. Our pre-merge gameplay in regards to the alliance was a lot worse, but
Yeah. I think pre-merge was Brett's time to shine.
I do like that Alec made it. It showed us off his intelligence. I mean, half of the final 6 were in that alliance, so it was an incredibly smart game move. Alec was one of those 6, so.
And 4 of the people are yellow team, so that team was stacked since the beginning.
If only he showed off that intellect in the challenge.
Alec doing the middle pieces before the corners gave me a death wish. I'm like, I always do the corner first on my puzzles. When I see no one do that, it's like, what are you doing? You have the answer right there.
He was almost
wanted
done
to win
with
on the harder difficulty.
Then... he was almost done with it. Then Rhea looks over and he just places his hand on it and destroys it.
Yeah.
So goofy.
Puzzles aren't for adults, I guess. Middle-aged adults. So, the first question from Miranda is there anything about Alec's character that you wish was explored more? Or are you content with how his arc turned out as of now?
Content. I like his arc. I'm happy about it, Like, he knows that he's been the problem the whole time. But I do wish we saw a bit of him reflecting on the way he treated his son and coming to regret the way he did it.
Yeah.
Because without seeing that, it takes a lot of rootability from him. Like if he showed want to, maybe fix his relationship or apologize, even just apologize, that would have done a lot. So I'm content with it. I'm happy with it. But also, I know some people want Alec's conclusion to be ending up adopting Fiore, but no, that's bad. There's no guarantee he wouldn't make the same mistakes. Which is why I see Alec as more of an uncle figure to Fiore. That would be nice to see.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that so much. I think Fiore needs a better home besides boarding school, maybe a better family, but it can't be Alec. I think Alec is gonna learn a bit, but Fiore can't have him around because Alec doesn't want kids. He said that himself.
Yeah. I don't think it would feel right if he actually did adopt her. I know so many fans would love it to death, but no, just not right.
Yeah, I agree. Next question. All right. So, who was your favorite dynamic with Alec, and did you and that VA collaborate at all based on their interactions that they had?
Oh, okay. The Alec Fiore dynamic. That's impossible to beat.
Yeah.
I don't know if there'll be a dynamic that tops that ever in DC. I love it that much. But as it stands, that duo was so peak that I can't see how you could beat it. But I really hope they do.
I know. DC4 is such a
Regards-
diverse cast.
Yeah. But regards to collaborating with Aubrey, unfortunately, no. I would have loved to, but I'm terrible at reaching out. So, yeah.
Aww.
Luckily, we're reaching out for you.
You know what?
Welcome
Trust
everyone
me.
to the podcast, Aubrey.
Oh my god.
Ah,
I'm kidding.
no.
No, that's not happening, but we wish.
But everyone in the DC1 cast would love if you reached out for any reason at all. Don't worry.
Maybe I'll do it one day. Maybe
Yeah.
One
when
one day.
I
I'm
get
just
more confidence.
afraid to, because the DC1 cast loves you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know during the dispatch with Aubrey,
No, there's someone I know.
how
one,
Alec's the favorite character.
I know one VA that doesn't like.
Really?
That's true as
Oh my
well.
god.
I know. I heard Drew's.
Fiore's like the like joint with Alec.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You go.
Oh my god, I love that dynamic. I do not blame you so much, like at all, because that dynamic's so much fun, and I'm so glad they brought it back with a comeback, and maybe with the motel incoming, you never know.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
That was so annoying. People were like, "Why would you eliminate Fiore without resolving her plotline with Alec?" And it's like, well, luckily, elimination is not the end of your story. Thank God for that.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy. I'm grateful.
You know,
I mean,
there's,
hey, and they're both in the
20 more
motel
episodes,
now.
right?
They're both in the motel now.
Yeah.
So anything can happen.
And a 2-part finale. Like they're gonna have a good amount of chats. Hopefully, we'll see. And then the final question from Newsy Nico: what was your favorite part about voicing Alec, and what advice would you give for up and coming voice actors when it comes to auditions and the other stuff about that?
Newsy Nico.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nikkei.
Right.
Nikkei.
Okay.
Yo.
Favorite part.
My bad.
I love when Alec gets emotional because most of the time he's fairly monotone. So anytime I break free from that and actually voice act, it's a whole lot of fun. Which you know, it does give me even more reason to love Alec's story in All Stars because that's why he's learning that being emotive isn't such a bad thing. Advice. While we're on the topic, actually, learn to be emotive. Like that's something you should really focus on because without it, your lines are gonna sound flat or your delivery will just sound off. Billy and Jace, I remember, had some great advice about that during the panel we did. Plug in that. Go watch the panel on Jace Hansen's channel.
Definitely.
I'm stealing some advice from there that I think he said. It was something like, if you're auditioning for something, do a take that's exactly what they've asked for, so that you know you can prove that you can give them what they want, but also provide a take of you being extra, I guess. Like show off that you can in fact voice act. Jace had a saying that he got from a coach or something. Little V, big A. The acting part is far more important than the voice part. So yeah, great. Jace had great advice, and I'm stealing it. And yeah, that's the advice. Yeah.
So interesting to think about because, like, you always think, like, gotta find a voice that matches. You gotta find someone who can act it off. Also, they give the ranges they want. Because if you have a limited like voice actor and they're only good for the voice, you're kind of stuck now. That is definitely a really great perspective to think about.
Yeah.
It's probably also important to mention that as well, like the whole like little V big A, because a lot of people, here's the thing, a lot of people think that a lot of what makes a good voice actor is like how well they can do different voices, you know what I mean, or like how many different voices they can do. And sure, that's a part of it. However, there are plenty of people who don't have that big of a range, but are still really good voice actors because they are really good at acting.
Yeah.
Acting is like the biggest thing about voice acting. Go figure, you know? In my opinion, anyway. I think even if you don't have a big range, as long as you can emote properly and you can do a lot of that, and really... And again, there's so many complex emotions that you can tell, so you're always going to be practicing in regards to that. But yeah, don't worry if you don't have that big of a range.
There's so many
Yeah.
actors that have just one voice that they do. Like,
Yeah,
my favorite
but they
is
do it
H.
really
John
well.
Benjamin. He has one voice. It's the exact same voice for every character he does, but his voice, I absolutely love it, and he can do any character he voices extremely well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, who has this guy done?
He's done Bob from Bob's Burgers, Archer from Archer.
Oh,
You know him,
now I
yeah.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to
got such
research
a
more
distinct
voice
voice.
actors.
It's okay, you're good. It's all a learning experience for all of us.
Because I know, another good example, Kristen Shaw. She has like the same voice for pretty much every character
She's
she
in
does, but
Central
like
Park.
each character still feels different. Yeah. Oh, she is.
Yes, and I love her.
She's in Bob's Burgers as well. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh wait, I'm picking the wrong person. Oh no.
No, you're
Damn it.
good. You're good. That's still a great choice. Yeah. Great advice though, for sure. Any other question that we want to go, or do you want to? We can do maybe one more question.
We could if you want. Anyone? I could like give
We have
mine.
one?
I was gonna say, if all right, this was
okay,
mine.
yeah.
I was keeping in the back pocket, but I didn't know if I should ask it. For a potential Alec spinoff, what would you envision it being about?
Oh,
That's
God.
really good. That's a great question.
I would love to see them going down Uncle Alec route, the Uncle Alec route. Maybe show how he gets his life in order. You know, give him a happy ending, but like a really happy ending. But also, he needs to have an episode where he goes to see his wife and son and apologizes for everything he did. Stuff like
Oh my
that.
god, yeah. Interesting too. I love the idea of mentioning the son and wife because they can do flashbacks now because it's not a reality TV show. It's real life. Like they can like go in so much more depth.
I didn't think about that. That's such a good idea.
It's insane though. Like Alec has so much like emotional range hidden. With a spinoff, it's gonna reveal so much about his character now that he's like not coming back to play anymore. So the spinoff's like very vital for his character.
Oh my god.
Like
Jared,
it's gonna be a
please.
thing.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a thing, but like, please, we can dream.
We can. I mean, who knows? It might happen in the future.
It could. Maybe they'll do like character stories, like they do
Yeah.
staff stories.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the characters play
Is that
werewolf. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, I think some of us talked about like potentially doing like an event where like we play like various party games as our characters,
Oh my god.
Got my voice
which I
died
think would be
by
a
the
lot
end
of
of
fun. True. I think a lot of people's voice. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the people who just have like their normal voice for the character are just gonna have a freaking field day
Oh,
with it.
that's why you want to do it. Okay. That's why you want to do
Well, okay, I never said me. I never said me, and this was not me who suggested it. I think it was Jace.
it. Anyway,
Okay, is that
yeah,
it?
I think that's all the questions.
it?
So
Yeah.
we're going to move on to the Alec character analysis. Mark's been pretty quiet for a while, but should be fine.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Let's go!
Go ahead.
So it's interesting that I'm doing this. 'Cause I'm not usually, the person that talks about Alec, I guess. But I like
Fair
how
enough, yeah.
I like how Alec, during the start of the season, a lot of people pegged him as the main antagonist, right? They expect him to be like this big overarching villain. And I think it's really a deconstruction of that, where little by little, he gets more and more pathetic, right? By the end, he's kind of like, being treated like a rag doll. Like Rhea throws him around, carries him, and all that stuff, And I like that. I like that.
That's true.
And I like how his elimination, it's like he doesn't get like, he doesn't go bald or gets thrown into a volcano or anything like that. He does get his karma, but it's like there's that room for growth, right? He's still a bad father, but at the very least he's like growing, right? With his relationship with Connor and all that. And I think that's just really interesting that even though he was, on the surface you think he's going to be the big antagonist, that's not what ends up happening. In fact, he has this like dramatic downfall.
Yeah.
I remember when we didn't know the boot order yet, when it was still a mystery, we were like, is Alec gonna be a finalist? He's kind of like pathetic. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how, it's kind of like his past went to bite him, not just with his wife, but with Connor. In episode 6, he votes for Connor. Connor calls him out later on. He's like, why did you vote me out? We're adults. We can just talk about it. You didn't have to vote me out. And it's like, Connor's return is like, it's like his past bit him in the ass, which is something that he hasn't really experienced before. Because, he cut off his wife and his son, and now he's mourning about it. So yeah, no, I found that interesting how Alec is probably the one character you think wouldn't face guilt, but he still faces guilt, right? He makes his amends, and his track record kind of sucks, but I mean, he does have a downfall,
yeah.
but it's not like a super negative, like, oh, there's no chance for redemption, man. You're fucked forever. It's like, no, there's still a chance for him, and I like that.
Yeah.
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 All right, Jenny,
I agree.
Raitix, you got anything you want to say?
Uh,
I can let Raitix go
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alec does grow this season. He's, for the most part, he tries to be stoic and in control of his emotions. Like that was the case for season 1 and some of All Stars. And I've seen some people say that because he got more emotional, he was being derailed. But no, it's not derailment, it's development, right? Like I like in season 1, he keeps himself in check. But he does divulge to Fiore a bit about his feelings, and then in the end, Fiore betrays him when he's at his lowest, because he just learned about his divorce at that time. So I think that because Alec was so hurt by the divorce, he decided, and so hurt by Fiore's betrayal, that he's going to keep an even tighter lid on. He's going to be less likely to share his true feelings with people. And but in this All-Star season, he's grown to realize that hoarding his feelings deep down isn't healthy, because it causes him to act like an idiot when he can't hold them in anymore. Like when he breaks in. That only happened because he bottled everything up for 2 years. Some people forget about the time gap, but it's been 2 years. And that bottle ended up spilling because, funnily enough, because of a bottle. He got drunk. And then he has personal talks with Connor, someone he thinks of as a friend. And I think because of what went down with the Rhea kiss, he became aware of how keeping his feelings contained only ends up hurting him and those around him that he cares about. So, that made him realize he needs to open up more. Right? Cooking. Yeah. One thing about that Alec, Rhea, Connor love triangle thingy, it's not really a romance plot. It's like it's a way to show Alec's growth on how he deals with his emotions, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I actually agree with that a lot, because I never considered romance plot just for that moment, because Alec kissed Rhea in his most vulnerable state because he found like someone who's like nice to him, and not because he loved her. It's just like, this is something I've been looking for.
Oh,
He's
right.
been lonely for
It's
2
not-
years at that point.
That's
Yes.
true.
It's not a romance plot, but they could have done that without any kissing. Just saying.
Well, maybe they can lean
They
on his
could have.
body, like that could be like, and then Rhea like pushes him back.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Though I think if he
tough,
did
though.
that, I think if it wasn't a kiss, then Rhea kissing would be more problematic, right?
They wouldn't be
I
a
actually
kiss. I think it'd be interesting if they didn't
go on.
kiss, but like Aiden's perspective of looking at it looked like a kiss, but it wasn't actually a
Yeah,
kiss.
it's like an
Oh,
optical
yeah.
illusion. They just have their lips like
Yeah.
pointing out, but they're like completely in opposite directions.
Yeah,
But then
stuff like
doing
that. You know what I'm saying?
that might
Just
change
use
what
his
Rhea
shadow.
does. That might change what Rhea does in the future in front of Connor. Kissing Alec. Like, I see people calling the Rhea kissing Alec problematic, like sexual assault and stuff. But like, they fail to remember that Alec did it first. So like, if you're gonna pound on Rhea, pound on Alec first, please.
Oop. Oh my god. The double standard on these fans. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emer, you
Anyone
got
have any-
anything to add?
All right, so because Raitix did such a great job at giving the story, I'm gonna give my perspective on Alec. Yeah, no, you killed it, legit. All right, so Alec, I was like at the start, I was hey. I'm moving on after another murder joke in the pod. Okay, so Alec, he's like a good old hobo. He ignores the fame. He doesn't know how to take care of his facial hair. His outfits, he lost the sweater vest that people love. Right now, it's just like Alex. Like, wait, I never did. I was like, wait, you guys are not gonna repeat their mistakes. So then when episode 2 came, I was like, whoa, is Alec gonna control the game? In episode 3, he's like, whoa, is Alec gonna control the game even more? In episode 4, I'm like, all right, Alex going home with the merge. Let's back it up. And it's so funny because I just gave up on Alec right after episode 4, peaked them up so much. But there's a lot of hopes from the fans, and I really appreciated that because they're looking at Alec's best values now that they didn't look at before. They get to see so much more fun discussion. When Alec got to like the merge, I just loved his characterization. How he treated Gabby was like really sweet. Like he would never like call her crazy. He would just like say, "Yeah, sure, we're able to do what you want." I just think that's the thing we forget too. It's like he's never been really mean to anyone at the moment of the season until like Miriam them. But what viral for Alec's character and the writers showed, we're not going to redeem Alec, a fodder abuser, and they put the scene of like, yeah, my son cut his leg with some glass, but I didn't really care for it. I saw that. It was over for Alec. They should never redeem Alec, in my opinion. And the way they did it this episode is phenomenal. They show that Alec is learning, but he's not like gonna be forgiven for his actions. Karma still got him, but like at least he's like learning to find a new path. Even though he's not really a good person still, he's still like trying to. He'll never be forgiven for it, but he could try to like move on and hope his guilt doesn't pass him because this big season is full of guilt. So with that much mind in Alec's story, I think they went the most safe way they could without stirring up any controversial stuff. And I think him winning would have made it way more controversial. Respect the writers for giving him 6th place. Yeah, Genesis.
I don't know.
Well said.
Thank you.
What you want Alec? You wanted Alec to win?
Yeah, actually. Well, maybe not
No,
wanted, but I think it would have been an interesting one. Huh?
Max with
What?
newspaper. Bad. No, Alec can't win.
Yeah,
Bad. Father
no, you
abuser.
can't.
Father abuser. I mean,
Stop
Okay.
abuser.
All right.
Abuser.
Can we talk about all of the things that people did on this show? Can we talk about that? Actually, not even just on the show. Before the show. Can we talk about how Gret got a bunch of people mysteriously sick at a beauty pageant? Can we go over that real quick?
Oh my god, wait,
So
that's
while
such an
Gret's away-
interesting thing. Okay, Genesis, I think Gret, like before, Gret was very confident in herself. I don't think she would have poisoned them. I think she said it to make herself look more villainous. Because remember in episode 9, Gret said she used to put things on to make people think she was like bad, but she never really felt those ways. And that was explained pretty well. If you watch episode 9, you'll see that, and then you see episode 1 how she's very.
I literally did quotation marks. What else could it mean?
Because oh my god, I'm gonna have to clip that. All right, we'll talk about this later in call.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Rhea dangled Aiden off a cliff. Would you want her to win?
I never said I want Rhea to win. I love that she's going far, so thank you, writers and boot order creators, for doing that. But I don't know if she should win. I think her making a losing spot in the finale would be fine. Like that's the maximum I see Rhea as like 3rd place, maybe 2nd if they're generous.
So many characters have done terrible stuff. Like I don't think.
Yeah. But like
I don't think it's the right mindset to go into this.
But
like,
here's the thing,
like the person who
Genesis. There are things of like
okay,
cartoonish like trauma, and there's like actual trauma. The thing that Alex said is about to be taken bad. But like for example, Grit points someone's supposed to be like it's not good. Like obviously she never did it because like episode 9 confirmed that in season 3. It's meant to be more humor thing. That's like everyone when Yule gets poisoned, they laugh at him. It's not because it's supposed to be like you're supposed to be sick of you. You're supposed to laugh at that. And I think DC2 had a bad problem with that.
That is why like just because the plays it off as a joke doesn't mean it's a good thing.
No, I agree. It's not a good thing, but that's DC2's bad taste in writing. And that's what DC3 is trying to fix. And DC1 was one of the better written episodes of the series. So they're trying to like go forward with that and try to retextualize all the characters.
So, like, are we gonna say that they're trying to fix that now? Because you got like a huge assortment of anti-heroes and anti-villains here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know what you're saying, but he abused his son.
Yeah, it's a kid.
No, he did.
Like a little kid. You want that guy to win who read a book over letting his son bleed out. Like that's just bad.
No. I have an idea. Alec wins, but the alimony goes to his wife and the son.
Oh my god, yes, that'd be so good.
I did a greeting that said that
like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that green and I loved it.
Wait, what? Sorry,
That's
I didn't hear that one.
There was a greeting that I did that explained that if Alec won, half of the money would have gone to his wife and child.
Yeah.
And the other he used to drink himself into a coma.
Yeah.
Some dude without consent. You know what I mean? And then everybody was like, "Oh my god, Heather should win World Tour." Like, come on!
I mean,
Genesis.
You gotta.
Let's not get off the topic.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it quiet. Save it for next time.
You see my point, though, right?
I see it at some sources, but you gotta remember, DC2 had horrible writing. They're trying to recontextualize everything, and it's like it's tough. Like I get it. Like I think Alec shouldn't be put in a lower spot, but because the season keeps mentioning it over and over, and how Alec winning would not really better his life, they had to not let him win. And I get it hurts because I love Alec as a character. Like if Alec won, I wouldn't be like booing. I just think when you look at it from a story perspective, it would just like
I want to make something clear right now. I don't like Alec as a person at all.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I was so scared of him winning at first, because I really didn't want him to win as a person. You know what I mean? But like, in the context of the fact that this is a story, and you're trying to tell a story from beginning to end, I don't think Alec winning is a bad pick. Story-wise, fictional-wise.
But winning wouldn't do anything for him.
Yeah. Thing is, like,
well,
when you look at other people,
why is he on the show to begin with?
Because money.
He has reasons.
Exactly.
To be there.
So it would do something for him.
No.
Story-wise,
it wouldn't change his character or anything. It wouldn't like develop him. It just be he gets money. That's it.
Yeah, like when you look at everyone
Pay it
else,
for the son's alimony, like you said, or like all of that stuff, right? I mean, like, we know his life went down the toilet. Terribly down the toilet.
Yeah, and we know money wouldn't solve that.
Yeah. It's a huge theme in writing Genesis. Money doesn't solve all your problems. Whether that's true or not, that's a story they're trying to tell right now. I get it. I get your point, though, Alec. Like, they could have taken a dark turn and have Alec win, but this is supposed to be a end of the trilogy type season. I think Alec's way too dark
then
for
let me ask you this. Out of the characters who are in here, who would you say money would solve the problem the most?
When I'm looking at the list, Jake doesn't need the money. Miriam bought him a house. Rhea doesn't need the money. She's an actor. Connor doesn't need the money. He's rich, but like that doesn't mean they don't earn it. It just means like they don't need it. Allie doesn't need the money, but she wants the reputation. That's really it.
See?
That's the only person. Gret's the only person who could use the money to like. She's stuck in all these brands and believe in. She wants to maybe start her own thing because she's always stuck with these like, yeah, try these stuff out, Gret, because money right now. While Alec, like, sure, he could use it, but like,
Gret being the winner.
Yeah. But remember, in the Connor speech, it showcases that money isn't all about winning the season. Anyone could win if they go and be ambitious. That was why the scene was there.
So Alec could potentially win because it's not about the money.
I think people put a little too much stock on who deserves it, right? Like, if you win, you win.
Thank you.
Right? Like, Ellie
is like
the character that needs it the most, and both times she didn't win. So.
Because she made mistakes in the game. The storyline didn't fit for her winning ever. And it's like, Ellie, sure, she could use the money, but like, if it's about a charity, watch American Idol at this point. Sorry.
I'm well aware of that, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily like just because money wouldn't fix Alec's problem doesn't mean he had the potential. He didn't have the potential to win.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Alec could have still won, but Alec got more out of being vulnerable instead of like being hard on himself. It's more of a moral victory than he would have gotten if he won the million.
Sorry, Jpeg saying how long should I let this go?
As long as you want JPEG.
We warned y'all this would happen. We warned y'all.
We did. Oh god, we did.
I'm
actually.
enjoying it.
We did. This
look.
was warned since the beginning.
Look, what I'll say, Alec's not done yet. Okay, he's still got 3 more episodes.
Exactly. There's a
That's very
motel
true.
2 per
Very true.
alley. Alex is one of the
I'm
biggest
well
characters.
aware of that.
Sneak peek
Yes,
for any
I
Alec
get-
fans,
Listen.
like Miranda, they're still hot for him to do. That's what I'll say.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah. There's
Oh.
plenty. There is plenty, but that's the big reason why I picked Alec winning. It's just because his life is so shit right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he just feels like the underdog character. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't know. It made sense to me. I'm happy that he was eliminated the way he was, regardless.
Yeah.
Do I have any issue with that? None at all. I'm actually perfectly fine with it, and I'm very happy.
Now,
Yeah.
just to reroute it back to Alec a bit, Leo said something along the lines of he likes how Alec didn't go out with the big bang that everyone thought he would go, and it was more of a whimper, you know, and that's pretty cool. You know, very satisfying to see him like kind of peter out eventually as the season went along. But yeah, no, I mean, he's not done yet. So. We'll see. We'll see what's in store.
Yeah.
We shall see indeed.
Anyway, yeah, that's the Alec character analysis, I guess. Now on to
This is a
the
great
episode
character
review.
analysis.
On to the episode review.
Right, this episode I thought was a pretty okay episode, but when you watch it, like, genuinely, I feel like it just lacks so much. The challenge is very uninspiring. I was kind of bored when I was watching it. The voice acting was great. That was never the problem ever. I think some of the animation was good. I just think a lot of the scenes could have been cut, and they could have been reworked a lot to make the flow better, because I felt like I was losing the flow a lot of times. I'm like, where am I now in the episode is where I felt. And then certain scenes, like, I do think, how do I word this? I think Crystal's spiel about how she's like, I wish I can live a normal life and see that hang out with you guys more, but like, this is a job you get to hang out with your friends, so like, it's tough, but I understand the reasoning, and I think it's really well done in that regard. I think mostly it was just because of how I'm just waiting for like the payoff, and this doesn't really give any payoff. It's just like progress into it, which is not a bad thing. I just think by itself, I don't think it's that strong, and the challenge does not help at all.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. This is very like meandering, sort of. Maybe not meandering.
Yeah.
But, you know, very like
Yeah.
transition.
It's not a bad episode.
Yeah.
It's just I think they needed to maybe like make the flow a little better.
Yeah. This one felt more than anything like this is not its own episode, but like one in a collection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. But yeah. Marks, why don't you go?
So I rated this episode the highest, which is a shock to me because I wasn't that big of a fan of this episode. It doesn't feel memorable to me in a way where, like, for Alec's elimination, I don't think of Alec when I think of this episode, which is really sad. But I do think this episode does deliver a lot of high points in terms of character arc and flow, like Gret's flow into the strategist we all know her to be, and we finally get to see her capabilities. Holly getting to grow as a character into a mini Rhea in her own right. Honestly, just a troll, be real, but funny nonetheless. Jake doesn't really. The only headache Jake causes in this episode is at the very end, trying to flip the idol play onto Connor himself. But other than that, Jake serves a great purpose in this episode. I feel like all in all, it was like an episode I feel like I would put on in the background, but like happily, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
That totally makes sense.
This episode also was like the shortest episode out of all the scripts. Like all the scripts are like 4,000 words long. This one was only 3,500. Like this was the shortest episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels that way. It feels like a shorter one.
It felt
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree on everything that happened in the episode, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Needs a little more.
The events were bad. Events were never bad. It was just the flow of it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's clowning on this jigsaw puzzle. I was personally laughing my ass off. I was laughing off watching these people fumble around with 12 jigsaw pieces.
It looks like a show like Dora the Explorer. It's like, do you know where that puzzle piece goes? The puzzle piece goes there. Now, where does this puzzle piece go? It does not go there. It goes here. I just found that funny.
I mean, I guess better Dora than Amanda. So.
Like, I know
Better
Aiden
Amanda
wasn't
than
in this
Miranda.
episode, but the logic and mindset behind the characters in my mind is the same logic and mindset as to why Aiden didn't just super speed through the monster instantly after Crystal said go. Sometimes they just aren't thinking hard.
Yeah.
For real. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then I agree about that. The point about this episode not feeling like even though it's his episode. I don't know. Yeah, when I was like first proofreading this episode, I also had like that kind of struggle as well. I just feel like all the other characters kind of outshined Alec's part in this a bit, but I get why it had to happen with like Alec's involvement with the Conria storyline. But yeah,
I just can't bring myself to rate it.
Mhm.
I just can't bring myself to rate it that low because the scenes that were in here, you know what I mean? Like what
Right.
was actually in here was really good. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I enjoyed the conversations for sure. Mhm.
And I especially love the symbolism. I wanted more symbolism writing actually.
True.
Granted, I mean, I don't want it to be overcrowded with symbolism. I mean, this is Disventure Camp, not Amori, but like, you know, I like it. I like this. It was good. I don't know.
No, you're valid for liking it, and I agree. There's so much great conversation. I just think my preference is like All Stars have been so beautiful this season. Like I don't think there's ever a bad episode yet. It's just when you look at the bigger picture, I just think it failed in some regards, but it's still a watchable episode and it does its job.
Yeah.
I just maybe could have done it better.
Yeah.
Raitix, what do you think about the episode?
Loved everything except the challenge. The challenge was really, really bad. I don't often hate anything about Disventure Camp, but oh my god, I hate it. I probably was gonna say except the no. Alec had a wonderful send off. It was like he so desperately wanted someone to care when he was leaving, but no one did. Like he wanted to have gained something from this, and thankfully Connor grants him that in a friendship. And it's nice that Alec had no ill feelings towards Connor voting him out because he doesn't care. He's always gonna think of it as a game first. Except with Fiore in Season 1, but, you know, other factors. But, yeah, every other scene other than the challenge was great. Because the challenge, it's just because of the limit of the animation. Like, Odd Nation doesn't have time to animate a 50-piece puzzle or something like that. But it really took me out of it. This was the first time I've ever been taken out of the show while watching it. Like... And seeing Alec, who has shown time and time again that he's smart, lose the challenge, I was not convinced of that at all. Like they really should have just chosen a different challenge. And that's not the only problem I have with that, with it, because like Jake and Ali are the only two not to make it to the puzzle solving section, but they had plenty of interaction with each other during the challenge. Meanwhile, the 4 people that actually make it to the final part, they don't say a whole lot. Like, they don't get more than 2 or 3 lines each throughout the entire thing. And I get it's hard to give people a reason to talk in a challenge like this. But that's maybe a sign you should have changed the challenge. And for Alec especially, it being his episode, I feel like he should have said a bit more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
This is probably the most forgettable challenge of the season.
Yeah. You probably should have like maybe workshopped this a little more. Not the hate. I just think maybe a little minor edit. This episode would have been phenomenal because all the camp scenes are great. I just think the challenge is where things mix up. if they get a better challenge, this episode would
Yeah.
probably be like it'd probably be like an 8.9 for me, or like 9.1. If they just like fix the pacing.
I wouldn't have minded a challenge that was undercooked like this if like they sprinkled in a lot of interactions between the contestants, but as Raitix said, like they didn't. They in fact did not.
They did not.
Definitely added to.
And it's weird. It's not even like because there's so few people, because like I think that the final 5 and the final 4 challenges are pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it's because there's less people. It's interesting.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, like they've had fantastic interactions with fewer contestants, so I don't. That's not the issue. Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's our episode review, I think. So now it's time to move on to scene by scene, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, scene by scene.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, of course.
It's gonna be awesome. Guys. You remember the scene where Rhea, there was a perfume in the water? Weiser wanted her to have like this big anime moment where she like, you know, squeezes the bottle in her hand and the glass breaks and she starts bleeding and she screams like an anime character.
Oh!
She'd be like,
Well, actually, I don't know how well that would have fit, but
and then shatters.
I like it.
No, it would not have fit.
I have a
I
question
still
though.
think it's the right tone at all.
Did Weister knew like the next episode with that context? No.
No, I just like this, I don't know, just like really like out of nowhere she screams in pain. And it breaks
Okay,
her
because
body.
I really think
That
the
perfume in her
perfume not
chest.
breaking was symbolic, then it break in again. That'd be kind of repetitive.
Oh,
I'll
right,
stand-
because it already
Oh,
broke.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think that part was symbolism. I think it's just he wanted like really like I guess epicsy. Very like anime.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
but
so
no.
funny. I would have laughed, honestly. I would have
I would have
laughed.
laughed, but I kind of like it how it is now. I think it's just better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
yeah. And plus, it doesn't make sense for Rhea to break the bottle when she wanted the bottle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And she would get to use the perfume spray. She didn't want to use it at all because she was so ashamed.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, the right emotion was there.
So now that we're done with all of that fun stuff we did just a little bit ago, let's go ahead and talk about the scene by scene. Each one of us have picked one scene to talk about this time, actually, including our lovely guest Raitix, and we'll go ahead and go through them and discuss our opinions on them. Chaos will ensue. It will.
Oh.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and start with, I believe Imer, because his scene
yes.
was right close to the beginning, right? So let's go ahead
Yeah.
and give us your scene, Imer.
All right. Okay. So we start off with Rhea. She's like taking a good old bath, and she's like, "I smell so bad." She's like, "I have no shampoo or soap because of Crystal stayed in my shower." So what she does is goes up to Connor. "Do you have any more bad perfume? I got some money. I can pay you after the show. It'll be good." And Connor's just like, he leaves. He's just so tired of her. He's like, she has some nerve just to do that to me after she's did this whole season, and then ask that if you could just buy stuff from him. But then, yeah, and that really is it. It just shows how people are just exhausted of Rhea, and that's basically what this scene highlights.
We have more Rhea shower
Mhm.
scenes than Ali shower scenes. I can't believe it.
Do we actually?
Oh my god, I almost said, oh no.
Oh my god!
God, I literally, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is not good for me.
You were so
really just so
close.
messy.
So close. Oh my god.
Because I misheard,
It would
I
have been even
swear.
funnier too, because you are actually starting to like Allie now as well.
I know! Oh god! This is not
Oh my
evidence.
gosh.
No.
But yeah, no. Girl flop. Anyway, that was to Rhea, by the way, not Allie.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I had to pitch that in. But yeah. So next so that was whole Rhea wanting Connor's perfume. Next is Jake and Allie arguing. Now I know Jpeg wanted to do all this stuff that of Jake and Allie arguing during the challenge. However, do you want to talk about? Do you maybe also want to talk about before the challenge,
Okay.
or do you really not have much to say on that?
Good morning. Good morning. Don't be a baby. How could you do that? Cry about it. Done.
Well, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Good answer. Good
Apparently, I'm
answer.
not the only. Apparently, I'm
Period.
the only one who's not like done with Jake and Allie's whole thing going.
No, yeah, I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a fair point. Okay.
But I do. Again, I said this last episode. I think it was kind of glossed over. Well, then again, I haven't even released it yet. Last episode, I said that
enough.
the Final 7 flip was something we were planning on doing since like maybe a year ago. That was always going to happen. It was probably going to be Tess. Because like in all of like Tam, myself, Michael's like pitches, there was always going to be someone flipping in Final 7. Right? No, Michael didn't pitch, but like Jason Weister, they pitched. So like just to see the aftermath of it all was really cool, really cool.
Yeah, because I know that we had like a different set of characters in mind for it, I think.
Yeah.
And like, but yeah, I agree. It is interesting to see how it would play out.
Yeah, so there's always
It's
going to be
interesting how of all people it's Allie.
There's going to be a controversial.
I know.
And well, I like how it's Allie because it's such like a free agent, That's what it would have been with Tess.
Yes.
Like such a free anti-strategy, free agent character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of an emotional player, so yeah. So
yeah,
obviously Jake's
but
not
yeah.
happy about it, and yeah, Allie's like, go suck a big one, Jake. Screw you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's much more entertaining this way because Allie is a much more reactive person, so
yeah, like Tam.
It suits with the whole Jake conflict as well.
Yeah. For sure. Okay. Let's see. Raitix had the Alec and Connor scene at the end. Tam, which scene did you pick?
I took the Jake and Connor one with like where Connor was just staring at their perfume and then Jake comes over.
Okay, I think that's next, so.
Shoot. Okay. Shoot. I am so out of order like this episode. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Okay, this scene was
time.
No, this scene was very interesting to me. It was definitely a parallel I did not expect to happen, but now that it's happening, I'm just like, oh, that does make sense. I see like Connor is kind of down, and it's surprising that Jake is the one to like really just pull him out of this. But like as we've seen before, yeah, Jake is kind of maturing. He's on his good boy arc. It's good. It's going good. But yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Jake had his redemption arc. Where's Ellie's?
Oh, wait, Ellie as an E-L-L-I-E?
I just wanted to add fuel to the Jake and Ellie fight. Alright. Anyway.
True. Wait, you're talking about who? Ellie or Allie?
Ellie.
I feel like
Ellie? Okay, yeah.
enunciated the Ellie so well, Tam. How did you misinterpret that?
I know! I get confused. I always get confused. Because you talk about them all the time! I'm like, no! Your two wives, oh my gosh. Keep them together. But yeah, you spill a lot of tea there. Yeah.
But go on. Oh,
yeah.
Is that all? Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, especially with like how Jake was talking about how Connor never gave up and he defied everybody's expectations. And he said that's who I want to be. Felt like that was a really like strong line coming from Jake at this point, because like as we've seen from like these episodes so far, he has been trying to change everybody's like perception of him. Like he's trying more to be like aware, and his performance in like the truth challenge, we've seen like he was actually telling the truth. What? He wasn't deflecting or anything? Oh my god, he was owning up to his pettiness. Whoa, who is this? But yeah, I think that was a really strong line. And Connor, man, you gotta get out of this. You gotta get out of this slump, man. This is not like you. Well, maybe it always has been, but yeah, that's my thoughts on this scene. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah,
I think it's just nice. I mean, like we've already had a thing where Jake was cheering Connor up, but I like a lot of like the lines that Jake actually says to Connor in this scene. Yeah, I won't go into any like particular detail, but there were some like genuinely well written lines, and I was very happy with it overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, good job, Tam. Let's see.
Agreed.
Okay, Marks, correct me if I'm wrong. You're doing the scene at the end with Crystal, right?
The very end, yes.
Yes. Okay. Had to be sure. Perfect. In that case, wait, am I next? No. This is next.
I think I'm next.
Raitix, you're here to talk about the
yes.
You're going to talk about the Alec and Connor scene.
Oh, I thought I'd go next. That's the challenge.
As they. Oh, right.
Alec and Connor's the
Okay.
beer one, which is near the end.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Go on, Jpeg.
Yeah, so this challenge is interesting to me because it's the most like survivory challenge so far. Not just in terms of what the challenge is, but in terms of like not a lot of talking going on. Because at least like in the sandbag challenge and the what was the other one? Imer? What was the other one? The slide challenge. Like they
Inside, yes.
Like they talk about here. Like, they're just kind of focused, right? With the exception of Jake and Alec.
Exactly.
I want to point out that a lot of people have commented that like it's a 12-piece jigsaw puzzle. It's a little easy. My interpretation is that when Michael wrote it, like he kind of imagined like a Survivor jigsaw puzzle. You know what I mean? Like those big slip and slide things. I'm guessing the animators might not have known. Sorry, why did I say slip and slide? Sorry, a big like puzzle thing. I'm guessing the animators probably misinterpreted and they made it like a jigsaw puzzle instead, which makes it a little more underwhelming. But it's not their fault. They probably
Can I also add to that real quick?
Yeah.
For those of y'all who are like, oh, like a 12-piece puzzle is way too easy. Why are they struggling so hard? Bear in mind, they all struggled at solving a 4-piece puzzle during DC1.
Yeah.
Like
So.
Okay. This is who we're dealing with. Yeah.
Except Brett, technically, and Alec.
I do think
They
it's a
nailed
bit
that.
of a suspension of disbelief just because like I do think like a 30-piece jigsaw puzzle or would be a bit harder for the animators. So I do feel bad for them a bit.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of like those
Yeah.
slide puzzles?
Yeah. Or like one of those
okay.
like those puzzles where it's
Yes.
just bigger like statue type like builds or whatever,
Right.
Not a jigsaw
I'll be
puzzle.
honest. They keep saying puzzle pieces. I think the creators said, okay, they gotta fit in this little bag. That must mean they'd be puzzle pieces, which is why, in my opinion, it should have been keys to get and then unlock the slide puzzle because that would make way more sense.
Yeah.
Not unlocking a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of talking. I know Connor saves Alec, which is cute. Found that pretty cute. They had a little Titanic moment. But yeah, no,
Titanic moment?
yeah.
The old man Yowie win for once, Genesis.
Yep. So Jake and Allie.
Listen,
Jake and
Sorry, go
Allie,
on.
they bicker quite a bit. I think Tam put in the original document when Jake and Allie go grr, Allie or Tam said they really are the Rugrats, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was funny. But yeah, no, I mean it's crazy how this conflict that started as early as like episode 8 is still kicking in episode 16. What I really like about these two is that if you think about it, they really are mirror images of one another, right? They're both like kind of the same character, and I found that parallel super interesting. I can't talk about it too much just yet, but I like to imagine that they see the flaws of each other, like they're mirror images of each other. They see each other's flaws in the other, I guess. Allie sees her own flaws in Jake, and Jake sees her own flaws in Allie. His own flaws in Allie.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and Gret muscles through and she wins her first immunity of the season, which is pretty great. All those working out really paid off in the end. She got herself an immunity. She didn't really need it. She didn't really need it, and a lot of people like didn't need that immunity one. But it's like, sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to get into a character like Gret.
Exactly.
And also, a thing people don't know about immunity is if you could say, sure, they didn't need it, but if they're going to do a ballsy move, that thing would backfire on you. But now they don't even think of voting out Gret. It's like, yeah, Gret's safe. Let's not think about her. If she did not have that immunity necklace, there's a chance Jake and Connor like, you know what? Why don't we throw our votes on Gret? Like, that could have happened. You never really know until the ceremony is done.
Right.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Allie was getting suspicious of Gret, like, slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's true as
know?
well.
But
Yeah.
I do think that out of the 3 seasons, well, maybe not DC2, but out of the 2 seasons, DC1 and DC All-Stars, this is probably the most straightforward challenge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. I would argue to a fault, personally. But
Yeah.
that may just be also the fact that there weren't that many interactions during the challenge as well.
Yeah.
Who's
it was only
next?
Alan and Jake.
I would believe that's Raitix talking about the lovely dock scene. Pop
Oh,
off, Raitix.
It was such a sweet scene. Oh, we've got Connor. What's sitting on the dock? Alec comes up like, "Hey, yeah, wait, are we good? We good?" And it turns out they are good. Alec really just goes off apologizing. I think, yeah, just he's saying that he wasn't what he said earlier in the season about Rhea. Just said that that's completely wrong. You know, because Alec wants to change. He's found that his words are about himself. He wants to change, and so Connor is giving him an opportunity to change. Like it's just a really sweet scene overall, with Alec raising his death flag higher and higher and higher.
You saw that in the No, because whenever they have that final scene, you just know, like, oh my god, like,
I know.
that's totally. But you know what? We can now welcome Alec to the list of people who were destroyed by an idol play,
Oh yeah.
including somehow Dan in there. So Dan and Alec have something.
It's
in
an
common.
exclusive club.
Oh yeah, they have something in common. It's not like they both wear glasses. You know, Alec has a son named Daniel. You know, they have like nothing else in common.
Oh yeah.
You also gotta include Tom in that club too, technically.
And
Yeah, I gotta include Tom.
and don't forget our boy, the Lone Ranger.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
that's kind of some good characters in there. Well, wait,
Well, I mean, there's Dan, so I mean.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna like. Wait,
Exactly. Great character. See? Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
no, it is a great scene overall. I think there's a lot of really stellar character dialogue writing in general.
Oh yeah, Michael did great.
In my personal opinion, I love a lot of the things that DC All Stars is going for, but sometimes I personally would wish they would sort of like lean into a little more subtlety with their dialogue writing. But like with this one, I genuinely have no problem with it. There is no issue of like, you know, a little subtlety or sort of like using the emotions to convey, or like not using the emotions enough to convey what was being said. I really like this scene. I think it was really well done.
yeah,
Perfect.
and also
Yeah.
I want to talk about your subtleness too. Alec's been a very subtle character. For him to have a drastic scene, I just feel like it's such a good like way to end it off. Where it's not subtle at all. It's just like, yeah,
true.
put it's Alec, and it's like this is how he's gonna end it. I think that's just so nice for him to have because he's been always mysterious, and now it's just like you kind of know what's happening. I love that about this episode.
Yeah. And then of course Alec does get eliminated because Connor plays his idol on Jake, and then you know,
Alright, we gotta read.
yeah, it's unfortunate.
We gotta read it.
But yeah. Oh, we gotta read it. Okay, right.
Yeah, the earliest. This is the earliest we've ever done it, but I guess we're gonna read it.
Which is
This
great.
is the earliest we've ever done it.
Usually we do a lot later.
Right.
I mean, no,
We're
it's
reading
totally
the-
later, guys.
It's
It's
after,
totally later.
it's after the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. It's at the usual time that we read it. But what I love about this idol play, again, a lot of people have pointed this out already, so I'm not really covering any new ground. But this is kind of the inverse of the DC1 Final Six, where an idol gets played on Jake, but this time Jake's like, no, don't play it on me, play it on yourself, Connor. You know, whereas last time he was like, please, Tom, play it on me. You know,
No, true.
I like that.
I didn't even think about that parallel. That's
Yeah,
good.
I've been thinking about that forever, and I'm so glad he mentioned that JPEG.
Yeah, and the person that gets taken out is the person that, well, I guess it wasn't only Alec, but I mean, Alec and Fiore manipulate Jake in the first place, right? So it's a little karma there.
Yeah.
A little bit of karma.
True.
You know, even Jake's a little traumatized. He's like, no, don't do it. It's not gonna work. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
You know, Jay said that Tom is probably malding that another man successfully saved Jake where
Yeah.
he put it. Thought that was great.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's a lot of things that happen in this scene.
Oh, do you have any other ones you want to add to it?
No, sorry, just the scene in particular. We're gonna take it all the way. We're gonna take it all the way to the awkward hug.
Oh dang.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, that was the world's most awkward hug ever, Alec. What the heck was that?
He's not good at that.
Alec
didn't
really
wanna
doesn't
lean
seem
in
like much
too
of a hugger
hard.
anyway, so this is not like I can really blame him.
Like, I know, but the
Well, the hug is
animators
so
are
different.
cowards. We could have had old men like embracing, feeling each other up.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
He knows the fan art that he would get from doing that.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
and I would love that.
Okay, who wants to be who?
And he has a problem with it? Okay, Well, we know who Raitix is gonna be,
Yeah, right, takes
obviously.
to be Crystal.
Uh,
No, I'm kidding.
right, exactly. You read my mind. Let's see. Okay,
Wait, can
did
I
Allie
voice
say anything?
Connor?
Hang on.
Yeah, you voice Connor.
I was gonna
Okay.
voice Connor in DC too, so this is my chance to live those glory days.
Oh my god. Yes.
Allie, not Allie. Sorry, I called you Allie. Tam, you be Gred.
What?
As an
Oh
accent.
my god.
Tam, you be Gred. Emer, you be Jake.
Oh my god, again.
Okay, I could take that.
And
Okay, I guess I'm Crystal.
Crystal, yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can do the accent.
And I'll be the stage direction.
I know.
That's what I'll be.
Polar
What?
accent is too iconic. If anyone has the... No, I can't do it.
Do a normal host voice.
I
That's
get
what
it.
you
I'm
gotta
gonna
do.
do Pole's
do a host
accent.
voice.
Does like an Australian accent. What the hell was that?
I know.
I'm trying.
Just do a host voice, Genesis. That's all you gotta do. Pretend you're a host.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretend you're...
If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
All eyes point to Jake and Connor. Connor stands.
Crystal?
Oh shit. Wait.
Oh, I knew it!
Connor pulls out the idol and hands it to Crystal.
And who is this played for?
Connor, played for yourself.
What?
Gred
Oh,
leans to
what
whisper
was
to
that?
Jake.
Oh my god, what's his accent? Jake, what are you doing?
Tam looks suspicious.
Playing this
Damn, looks
for Jake.
Jake face palms. Connor sits down.
We're good.
We'll see.
This is a human. This is a human. Oh my god! This is a hidden immunity totem. Any votes cast against Jake will not count. Alright, let's read the votes. A little hard to open. There we go. Alright. First vote Jake. Does not count.
Gred looks satisfied.
Let's freaking go!
Jake. Does not count. Jake. Oh my god, you guys really hate him. Doesn't count.
Well played.
Jake. Oh my god, does not count. That's 4 votes nullified against Jake. Alright, next vote.
Alec, well, Rhea looks extremely worried. Alec looks casual.
British librarian.
Shocked Rhea and Alec's
bollocks.
faces.
No.
The 13th person voted out of Disventure Camp All-Stars. Alec, it's time for you to go.
Alec's sad face gets up, about to leave, but turns back.
Is anyone gonna say goodbye?
No!
Goodbye, loser!
Jake and Gret both cross
Right.
their arms and look away defiant. Alex looks sadder and walks off.
Wait!
Alex stops. Connor approaches him and offers a handshake.
Good game, man.
He kisses Connor instead. Connor is surprised.
Yeah!
Thank you, Connor,
For what?
for everything.
Oh
And then
my
they make
god!
out nasty.
we made our own old man Yowie. The animators couldn't do it. We did it for.
Look, Tam.
Yeah!
Censor them.
Tam and I will speak on this. Some people are like, I bet the creators had no idea that Conlec would be so popular. And it's like, no, we knew.
No, we definitely
They knew what they were
know.
doing.
Hun take, we didn't know. Conlec, we 100% knew.
Yeah.
We knew that'd be big.
Oh, for real, we were the first shippers.
Yeah.
Well, I know I was.
But yeah, that's not the end of the episode.
Oh
There's still
my
2 more
gosh.
scenes. Take it
There
away.
are
Oh,
still
yeah.
2 more scenes. And with that, oh wait, I guess it's me. I'm taking it away. Let's go. All right. So this next scene, can I do the full rant now, or should I save it?
I go for it.
I think it's appropriate time to do
Do
it.
it.
All right. So we have Rhea being like, "Oh, I still need my perfume. Oh my gosh, please give it to me, Connor." Ooh. And Connor goes like, "Oh, you want the perfume so bad? Here we go. I saved this. This was going to be a present for you. I was going to give it after the game because I still had some hope." And, Rhea's obviously very interested in that perfume. So she tries jumping at Alec or jumping at Connor for it. She starts jumping at Connor for it. Connor's like, "All right, you want it so bad, go and get it." And he throws it into the ocean, and Rhea does the sane thing and jumps in the water after it, grabs the bottle and looks back at Connor, and Connor's just like, "Okay, this is just pathetic. All right, I'm out of here." And Rhea's like, "Okay, maybe I took it a little too insane." And yeah, Rhea sucks.
Renting.
Girl
I'm just gonna
flop.
say it right now. The absolute glow down that Rhea had from season 2 until this point, I stand by the fact that she was better than 2. And a part of that is because we got to see both sides of Rhea.
Mhm.
And I mean, I get it. Rhea's too far gone. She's clearly acting. And the camera's technically always on her, so she's always got that sort of mean attitude to her. But we still got to see that side of her in DC2 before she went off the rail, and I think that was a lot more effective. This one, she's not only overstayed her welcome, I think she's come down to be pretty pathetic. And she's the only outright villain, in my opinion, out of this final 5. So that's not really helping her case at all.
Right.
And yeah, I personally feel like Rhea's girl flop. And there were a lot of reasons I like this episode. Rhea was not one of them.
Genesis, a question about that.
Yes.
So, if you think that Rhea is downright pathetic, do you think Connor is winning because that's his goal? Do you think he's winning in their personal argument and their personal beef? Do you think that gives Connor any kind of joy and happiness? Because all he wanted was for Rhea to feel how pathetic she looked to him.
I mean, if you ask me, looking at Connor, he didn't seem very happy with any of it, in my opinion. And at least from what it looked like, if that was Connor's goal initially, I don't think it is so much anymore, because I think he's already done that plenty, and he does not look any happier by it. I think Connor really genuinely just wants to move on, and I can't really blame him.
Agreed completely.
Yeah. I'm actually, again, I'm really happy with Connor still. Connor's great. Especially in this episode, in my opinion. But yeah.
Connor's us for real.
That is my full thoughts on the scene. I'm sorry, Imer.
Oh, you had to be in the deal.
Wait, I want to hear.
Oh,
I want to
no,
hear the debate on this. Is there a thing
We'll
going
save
on?
it for later. We'll save it for later.
We'll save it for later. We'll save it for later.
What do you mean you'll
I
see
mean,
it?
event!
You mean it's already happened. You mean it's already happened.
Alright.
Or to the viewers, it would be earlier. But in the meantime, now, Marks, it's time. It's finally fine for you to shine. Let's go.
I have one more thing to say about the perfume scene.
All
It's
right,
totally
so
fine for
it's
you to
time-
shine.
No, I have one more thing to say about the perfume scene.
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
You know, I love Michael's writing. I love how he puts symbolism, you know, with the perfume and stuff. Like, I found it so... I know it's such a basic, like, literary thing, but I was like, these kinds of shows don't really do symbolism, right? It's not really a thing.
Yes.
When I saw the perfume thing, you know, it was brought back all the way from the DC2 finale, and I was like, wow,
Yes.
good job, Michael.
Right. Like,
Holy shit. Symbolism's in my animation show? Holy crap! This is awesome.
I was
this is
hoping
getting
for that too.
personal.
I love Michael's writing, like genuinely, it's really good.
Like, I would say
I
this is his
agree.
weakest
Yeah.
episode, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, maybe not really good,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
no, like still good.
Yeah, like it's still gonna work better when it connects to the next episode and whatnot. Hopefully.
Right.
Yeah. So,
And I no, like I genuinely feel like the scenes that were good in this episode were like really good, you know?
yeah.
Yes. There's very high highs
My
and
only
some like
problems were some of the like there were like they were a little too spaced out, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. Take it away, Marks.
Okay, perfect. Now it's time for my rant. And I will say this last scene in the episode was the highest point for me. I think it's no secret that the majority of the fan base watches Disventure Camp or likes Disventure Camp in comparison to Total Drama because of how serious it is and how more in depth it takes its characters. The host plot up to this point has been very like a loving romance and like a fatherly figure, but it's all still felt kind of like zany in a way that wasn't super realistic, but more so like a cheesy drama. This scene brought the host plot to the level I have been expecting it to get to.
Oh yeah.
Crystal breaks down and has that, like, those feelings. Anybody who is an org host, who's trying to make their own Total Drama project, anybody who's just been a leader of any project ever, understands that pain of putting in so much work and feeling like it's still not good enough. No matter what you do, you're still trying to catch up to make a project or a product that is perfect. And I know that this scene was written well before a lot of these episodes came out, but it is like a really good way of art imitating reality, once again, as we spoke about in the very first episode of this podcast, that they're pumping out episodes at an alarming rate now. At an alarming rate. Like, it's once a week, which is crazy considering we had to wait multiple months for an episode, not even a year and a half ago. And so that stress that Crystal is feeling, I can only imagine is amplified in the actual Odd Nation Cartoons production. And it's something that is so raw and real when brought to life. It is something where you hear and your heart aches for Crystal because it's true. They are working so hard, and the interns are missing. Granted, that is kind of their fault. You know, that is Crystal and Oliver's fault that they gave Derek a pass to no longer be an intern, and that caused Trevor to spiral. But that's neither here nor there. It is just, it's something when you watch Crystal have that breakdown, and good on Paul for really like breaking that down in terms of the emotional infrastructure that's breaking. Because I was in pain for Crystal in that moment. I was in pain for her. I felt that, and I feel like everybody's felt that at some point.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man,
Oh my gosh,
I think that's an excellent analysis.
that's a great perspective on it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love this scene. I don't, you know, we've all been very negative on the host scenes, but this one was pretty good, right? I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I will say this: I am actually liking the whole host plot more. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think it's partly because there's a lot more to it than just the love triangle. Now you have because now you have like Trevor and Emily working together to get back at Crystal, and like obviously Trevor's still in it for, you know, Derek as the reason, right? But like the love triangle is only just one part of the bigger picture, and that makes it so much easier to stomach.
Yeah.
100%. And so far, the host plot has been like that, and so the stakes have been lowered. A big part of like what I feel the host plot should be is the stakes. The stakes are the show. Like, that is what the host plot is. Like, the stakes are the show continuing to run. And I feel like this scene hits that nail on the head and actually gives it real pressure and dimension.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Crystal's
Yeah.
For
characterized.
sure.
I love it.
Yeah. It's like one of the
Crystal,
saving
thank you for
graces of the
coming.
host for me.
Right? Yeah. Host plot is actually kind of redeeming itself for me. I'm
I
actually
know.
shocked by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that it's
I-
the crystal scene as well. Oh, sorry, were
Yeah.
you gonna go?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna add on to that too. I was like, yeah, I love the family four. Like mainly Crystal. I just always thought they had like a good start in sibling relationship, and like Marcus is the dad. You know how Marcus tried to kill her during all this? It's just so interesting.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's quite good.
it's so good for them.
I know. I really like this scene because like it's like the accumulation of everything with Crystal going on. I think that we see Crystal like this season was a bit more like free and stuff and more like into her new self, growing from DC2. And we see like just like from her fling with Derek, like she's just having a little bit more fun with this, but like Disventure Camp is like the last thing she like has to break free of. And yeah, I think they just explored that kind of pressure as well, and really wrapped up her whole like trauma and breakdowns that she had starting with DC2. Yeah, it's just all
genuinely
coming.
makes me wonder.
Yeah.
It genuinely makes me wonder whether they're building up to a new host.
You never know. You never know.
Never.
I don't know, the way she's talking right now, it feels like Crystal's like ready to retire. So
I do have one
Yeah.
small comment, and it
Like-
doesn't even really relate to episode 16, but I always, like, I don't know, I feel like Crystal doesn't really care about the DC1 characters. I feel like she
Yeah.
talks about
I mean,
them.
yeah.
No. Oh my god.
They're just kind of there.
I mean, she never bonded
Hey.
with them the same way like she bonded with like Lake or something. So I guess that makes
Yeah.
To be fair though, it balances out because she hates Aiden to death, so like they're at least above Aiden.
Oh, true.
I just find that dichotomy kind of funny, where DC2 it's like, yeah, this is nice, then DC All Stars she's like, no, these DC1 characters suck, I hate it. No.
Oh my god. Yeah, if I would like replace a little bit of like the host moments from like the past episodes, I would definitely put a little bit more like host cast or like contestant interaction of it, cuz like I like those, like, and especially with Crystal and stuff. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed those from the Forbidden Toll drama, Chris and everybody, but yeah, I would have liked to see that. That would have wrapped it up even smoother for me, but
But now
it's nice.
it's time for everyone's favorite part of the podcast.
Okay. Wants to go first with the
Oh, what
LVP.
MVP and LVP.
I'd like to go first for
Let me
the,
think about this.
for the LVP.
I would also go first, but I feel like I'd shake everything up, so I don't
We're
know.
gonna start with LVP because, start with negativity, we end with positivity.
Yay!
That's
That's how we
true.
do it here.
That's true.
It's hard, actually. Wait, I need to think about this.
It's not that hard at all.
Well, I have an answer. You're not gonna like it.
Oh, okay. Try me. Want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Alright. Today, it's a presented day because my LVP is Rhea. For this episode,
Not what I saw coming.
Yep, that's why I wanted to say I'm going to start the ball rolling right now. This episode, it's written really well for Rhea, but the whole thing is this episode is a theme for her showing how she has declined. Alec finds Rhea pathetic. She used to be like his, and now he just sees her as some pathetic person. Brett finds Rhea so pathetic, she won't even target her anymore. She's like, yeah, Alec's more fun to go after. Jake doesn't even like give Rhea time. Allie was friends with Rhea, doesn't even talk with her. Then Connor, he just finds her uninteresting right now. So like Rhea is supposed to be signalized as the person who everyone just doesn't care for, and they just find her to be extra, and they're just gonna ignore her the whole time. And that's gonna be hidden Rhea soon, hopefully. So it's kind of like Jake in episode 10, where it's his lowest low and picks back up. I think this is the episode that signified for Rhea, and when she went to go for that perfume, I just like put the coffin on the nail to say, "Yep, this is it. This is it, viewers. This is where you're
Coffin
supposed to
on the
know
nail?
where Rhea." On the coffin, I don't care. Yeah. It's basically just Rhea's like most episode of desperation, and I think that's it's been a big thing of her character, and I'm glad it was very represented well. I think Michael killed her for that, but because this is her weakest part, I can't like honestly see the payoff, so I have to leave her as LVP.
I have another sort of hot take, so
Oh my god. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
I think because this one's gonna lead into a little rant, so I don't
Oh
know
my
if
I want to. I want to hear these rants.
Man, go rant.
Rant.
okay.
Rant.
All right, I don't know how much y'all are gonna agree with this. My LVP is Gret.
What?
I saw that comment, and I knew you were gonna do something stinky.
Yeah.
Something stinky.
Thank you.
Here's the reason why. Okay, technically this isn't fair because my reason for putting Gret in LVP has nothing to do with Gret herself or anything she did this game, or anything she did in any episode. Period.
You just
The
don't
reason
like her.
why I put no. It's not because of that either. Because I actually really like Gret's characterization this episode. I just want to say, no, it's not. It's not because of that either. Not really. Okay. The reason why I say this is because I'm nearly 100% sure now that Gret is going to win. I don't see anyone else winning. And because DC has this way of picking anti-heroes to win. You know, you have DC2, you pick James, right? James had a lot to redeem himself for, and eventually he pulled through. Miriam is a little, like, she's a little bit more on the nicer side, but she's still, like, not exactly, you know what I mean? She's very cutthroat, she's very, you know, like that. Gret is very much in that boat. And, you know, like, the whole Ashley elimination was supposed to be, like, sort of like, as Jpeg said, it was a way to show, hey, this, like, latter half of the season is much darker. I think Gret is going to have a lot more character development later, and I think it's eventually going to go to a Gret win. And
I mean, eventually
Gret
is a big
has
word.
been
You
a
only
W
got 5
this
more
season.
episodes.
Maybe I might eat my words. Maybe. If I am, I'll eat my damn beanie. But
That's a lie. He doesn't own a beanie. Got a purple
I
one
don't
though.
own a beanie now.
I knew
But that's
it.
why I would eat it,
Dang.
because I don't own one.
Oh.
I would be shocked if Gret doesn't win, genuinely. But I really think she's gonna win. And the reason why I'm personally really not a fan of that at all is not because of Gret at all. It's more because of writer bias. I know Jared and Robert really love Gret, like, a lot. And I know that, like, and I remember them specifically saying that one of their big regrets was not having Gret win DC1. So
But remember, they killed off Lake. They killed off Lake, the precious.
Oh my god, Pam.
I mean,
Oh my
I
God.
guess. I mean, I guess, but they still had a lot of fun writing James, so it's not like they were, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I get it. They did a good job writing her, and I would not, like, from, if I was just to look based on the story, it would be perfect. Like, it would be a perfect win for to have Gret win. But looking outside of it, I just feel like this sort of, like, puts into perspective a lot of what I see are some flaws in Disventure Camp's writing, which is that a lot, well, not flaws. Okay, I shouldn't say flaws. I should say, in my opinion, I feel like Jared and
I could hold it.
in my opinion, I feel like Jared and Robert decide the potential for a character based on how well they like the character. In my opinion, that's how it's always felt to me. And I don't mean, like, potential in terms of placement as well. I mean it in terms of characterization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I actually agree with that.
it feels like they're giving a lot.
Senses.
Yeah, it feels like they're giving a
Mhm.
lot of the characters they like a lot more development.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I get that, you know, like, it's supposed to be fun to write these characters, you know what I mean? So if you give a lot of the characters you really love more development, you know, like you're having fun writing it, that's great. Not giving yourself the time to love the characters that you currently don't like. You're not giving enough energy to, you know, like I genuinely feel like Allie would have had a much lower placement if like people like Jpeg and other people weren't like really like rooting for like really trying to like redeem themselves for the love triangle and all that. I if there
The funny
weren't other
thing is, you can
proofreaders
say
in
love
here, I
triangle
would.
now, and you mean like 4 different things. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, you gotta
Oh,
go.
wow.
The one you don't think of
Yeah.
nowadays is probably Hunter Test Alley. It's the one you don't think of anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think
Okay,
I
that's a fair
don't. I
point.
don't see that as. There's no really other love triangles though. Besides, Rhea, Alec, and Connor don't count. It was never a love
I
triangle to
mean,
begin
in
with.
colloquial terms, right?
A cloak. Okay, yeah, fair.
Exactly. It's just it feels like Gret winning. I don't know. Like I just wouldn't. And the fact that she's like really girl bossing it too further adds to it. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
feels like the Miriam treatment again. Like
Yeah,
Well,
I
it feels
agree.
like Miriam's being a powerhouse. You know, again because she's gonna freaking win. That's what it feels like.
Okay,
And
Genesis, I
that's
want
just
to
my
raise you
personal
one more. As a Gret fan during
Okay.
DC1, Gret was very under edited, and they put her in a very bad edit to where she was just like, yeah, she's just Alec and Fury's lackeys. And this is the last season we're going to probably get a Gret, so they probably want to have Gret show that she's a good competitor. I get it's annoying at times, but after this huge season of Gret being stuck in Yule and she couldn't do any of her moves because Yule stopped her, I think this is kind of a palate cleanser, if that makes sense.
Do something, Emer. When has anyone in the history of anything ever said that Gret wasn't a good player?
I never said she
Gret's
wasn't a
been
good player.
strategizing from the beginning. She's had good
But
strategies
Look
in
at
season
DC1's
one.
merge. Look at DC1's merge. And you see every alliance is not involving Gret at all. Like, they didn't write any alliances for Gret besides Alec and Fury, which was handed to her on a platter to the spot.
She only had 2 episodes in the merge. She only
Yeah.
had 2 episodes. It's not like they were gonna write much because she had only 2 episodes in it.
Gabby was in so many alliances, though, during like that. So that's all I'm going to add.
Well, I mean, yeah, but a lot of those alliances came merge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
We have an alliance with Jenny, but I don't know how to defend himself.
I want to talk more about this later because I'm actually curious on your view because I understand a lot of it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
let's get to the
okay. Yeah,
MVPs.
no, that's fair.
Or LVPs,
Okay.
I mean.
We'll
Or
leave it
LVPs.
for now. I'm sorry. I knew this was gonna be a rant, so I had to. Okay.
No worries. But I'm ready to get into my LVP because it kind of piggybacks off of your LVP.
Oh, okay.
My LVP though is Broske. Stop listening. My LVP is Allie. The reason I feel like my LVP is Allie is because I fear Allie's storyline is probably one of my favorites. However, I feel like it's doing Allie disjustice, but that's the intent. And so I do like that.
Right.
It just makes her. She's trying to be like Rhea. She's trying to be like Rhea. And honestly, especially towards the end, I'm worried that this whole like she's now suspicious of Gret. I see a lot of fans are like, oh, she's gonna get Gret out. She's gonna get Gret out. I'm worried her curiosity might be her undoing. Maybe now that she's actually trying to start playing the game, maybe it's gonna bite her in the butt. And I feel like everything's going to catch up to her too sweet because she's not acting very congenial with the way she's playing. If you're gonna, she's being straight up ruthless.
I do
Okay.
like what you say about that. Yeah. I like that take. Okay.
All right, I have a really quick one. It's Rhea. I pretty much agree with everything Emer said, except the theory parts, because like I don't need to agree with the theories because I know what happens. But you know, she takes a shower, smells herself. I'm stinky, and then she asks like Connor. It's like you have the audacity to ask Connor, what the heck? You know, and I think the lines between reality and her acting are starting to get like super blurred, even to her, which I think is really interesting. And yeah, you know, I mean, like, you know, she had a moment of vulnerability at the end where her like eyeballs got big because she was scared she was gonna get idled out, but luckily she didn't get idled out. She was saved by Gret there, and you know, just you know, overall, just the perfume thing, which you know, I like that scene, but yeah, I mean, Rhea doesn't come across as great there, so I don't know. Maybe it's a low point in her journey. Maybe it gets better from here. Maybe it gets worse from here. Who knows? Maybe it stays neutral. I don't know.
I don't think. I think it's gonna. I think she's gonna stay in the trenches.
Who knows? But yeah, that's my LVP. Raitix, Tam.
Fair enough. All right. Tam, have you said yours? I don't believe you have.
No. No.
Okay. Go on, Tam.
I don't know. Didn't I already put Rhea last time?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You put Trevor.
Oh, I put Trevor. What? Oh, okay. Huh. I totally forgot about Trevor. But I've been putting Rhea down a lot. She's been getting on my nerves, but like at this point, I'm accepting it. I don't know. I like the way that this plotline is going, so I don't know if I can do LVP for her. Would you guys be mad if I put Ali?
No,
Mm-mm.
not at all.
No.
I mean, go for it. Put yourself again. Why not?
No, myself.
Oh, Tim's not Allie.
What do you
His
mean?
husband is Allie.
Yeah,
Allie?
okay. Tim's
Version.
not Allie. Tim's DC2 Allie. There we go.
No.
No. Thank you. I'm not going there. What the heck? No. Oh God. I mean, I don't know. Ali didn't do much in this episode. She was kind of cringy, not gonna lie.
She did say like, oh, like, you know, like, oh, like making fun of Jake is better than like winning double something. I forgot.
Yeah.
Game reference.
Double XP.
Yeah.
On a punch down time game. I don't know what she said.
Yes. So, oh my God. This just feels like a personal attack on her and me, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. She's just like she's kind of like in the background right now, and her like whole conflict with Jake. Yeah, girl flopping. But yeah, I guess Ali. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Well, Raitix,
All right, Raitix.
do you want to save us from this full female LVP list so far?
Nope, because I'm also picking Ali. I'm also picking.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I like
no.
Bad day for women
It's girl
everywhere.
flops. That's crazy.
God, oh my God, we made
She
so
was-
much progress, and then
Next thing you know, dispatch canceled.
I think this episode, she was just being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk.
right.
Just like
Mhm.
antagonizing Jake all the time because like she's full of so much gamer rage that she's just unleashing onto Jake.
Exactly.
I do like how she antagonizes him. Like I like what she's been doing, but it does get a little tiring. So you know, I still
Yeah.
like Ali the episode, but in the episode, but she's definitely on the bottom of my list.
Yeah, we're not like in a internet argument. She literally just said cry about it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what? Girl.
Yeah.
I love how bad it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, broske.
Oh, broski.
Come at me, broski.
Oh!
Okay,
I'll die on this hill.
Next up, we have MVP. We're gonna pick our favorite characters of the episode. Who wants to start? I'll start, actually. I think there's a character that had a lot of double use this episode. It's pretty obvious who it is, Connor. He had a lot of double use this episode. Got to get a friend, which is pretty hard when you're like 50, so I mean, kudos to him, I guess. He did a successful idol play. No one could have seen that coming. He got to have a hug. He got to have nice beers, even though Jake spat one out. He's got a good like alliance going on with Gret. Got to show Rhea who's boss a few times. All around, pretty solid episode for Connor. This shall not be the break Connor's legs episode. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got past it.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Because my MVP is Gret. Because Connor had a successful idol play because of Gret. So that is why Gret's my MVP. She's playing the game hard. She's got everybody exactly where she wants them. And we're now finally seeing what Gret's capable of without being held back by a certain spicy avid dancer.
Yo.
You mentioned. So true.
Of
Crying, but so true.
I'll
Keep
also
yourself together, Tam.
I'll also jump on that. Great MVP. Great MVP. Because she's making the game moves like the idol play. That's great. No, that's not Connor. That's not Connor. Don't give Connor the credit. It's great. It was Gret's idea. And I like her here because I think that season 1 Gret was better than season 3 Gret. Not to say I don't like season 3 Gret, because I do, but this episode Gret feels more like her season 1 self than she has all season. So it was great getting to see her shine like that again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. She's so confident. It's like, oh yes, go girl. Yeah. I think we're not getting canceled. We're not getting canceled.
We're not getting canceled. Okay. My MVP. Okay, my MVP is a man with a whoa. It's a woman. It's Gret.
Oh, we were doing so well.
It's Gret. No, it's Gret.
Oh, good.
So basically, I think Gret this episode just played it really hard, and it's just like I could be biased for putting Gret back to back, but I can't like deny that she killed it. And she won in immunity. She like controlled the idol. She had all the talk she needed to survive. She did like so much this episode within the screen time given to her, and I think that just was well done and paced. So kudos to the write-in for killing Gret once again.
Yes, Gret. Oh, okay. Let's go. Gret sweep. Gret sweep. Oh my god. Let's just go for it.
Gret 2?
Oh, you did. Wait, what did you? I forgot. Oh, you did. Oh, so it's you. Okay,
I thought
fine.
Last episode
Of course.
I'm like surprised.
Oh yeah, we did.
The last episode.
Dang.
Was the episode.
I know. Shoot. I don't like doing double, but like Gret was so good, just like what everybody said. I mean, like at this point, she's just she's so confident in what she's doing, and like she's the only one right now just focused on it, and like she's the kind of player I respect. So I don't know. I think that I love the way that she's always plotting, but always just like, oh, here, dear, here, go enjoy. It's like, heck yeah. We love a girl boss. Sorry, Genesis.
Wait, I just realized it literally can't. Even if I picked
Okay,
Gret, it literally
I
couldn't
wanna
be a Gret
make it
sweep
clear.
because he picked Gret as LVP. So literally.
Here's Genesis coming to ruin it.
Literally,
Listen,
I think we would have been Genesis.
I made
Genesis
it
bullies
clear.
himself.
I made it clear. My reasons for picking Gret weren't because of the it wasn't. I made it clear that my reasons were for not picking Gret. Part of it wasn't because of the character herself. Yeah.
Right.
There we go.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think that I just feel like once again they're making her too strong because it's just gonna be another Miriam situation.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna go like.
Okay, so this is gonna make my pick a little funny, because this is legitimately gonna be the reverse of what Raitix picked. I'm picking my MVP as Ali.
What?
What?
Because she was so fun this
Alright,
episode.
It's girls whose names begin with A. That's what it is. I get it.
What does that mean?
You just don't
She's
want
really a lot of fun this episode. I think she had a lot of funny moments. And I loved her just losing her crap over Jake. I think that was incredibly hilarious. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to pick Ali.
Right.
I like how she didn't exactly get deranged, but she was like getting legitimately like she was gonna throw hands, and it was great. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Ali.
Wow. Genesis the contrarian here.
See, this is why Raitix and I are such good buddies. You know, like we're opposites, but like you know, like we play it off each other. You know what I mean?
No.
I hope
Raitix is silent.
Yeah.
Bro had to do me like that.
Oh man. Well,
Oh,
that's
that's
all for now,
crazy.
guys.
Yeah,
Bye. Bye,
we'll
everybody.
see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Someone say
Bye.
funny line.
All right, it's time
Someone
for
say
the
funny
on-viewing
line.
audience to take a time machine back.
Someone say a funny line.
Oh,
Oh.
Somebody say a funny line.
No, I have a
He's
question.
not
No,
related
I
to
have a
the
question
plan
for
properly.
Raitix.
Anyway,
Raitix, describe yourself
Okay.
in 3 letters.
What?
Letters?
2 letters.
What is there? There's
A.
2 letters.
2 letters?
3 letters.
No, what? 2 letters. Don't decrease it.
Don't
There's
decrease
already
it. 3
so
letters.
much to work
Okay,
with.
3 letters. Okay, my bad. All right, shit.
AWS.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Tam is an easy job. Tam just goes TAM.
Amazon Web Services.
Oh, wait.
Tam is an easy job.
Oh,
TAM.
no.
Easy.
Oh yeah. Damn. Oh shoot.
AWS. That's it. Oh, that's your name. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, it is. Wait, I didn't even realize.
Okay, no, move on. That was just a joke question. It was a joke.
Okay, fair enough. Wait, so do you have an actual question?
No, that was a joke.
Okay. Emer, do you have a question?
Oh my
Do it
gosh.
later.
Dennis says we're doing them later.
What?
Please. We're doing them after Mark's leave, so we have time to do the dispatch.
Fucking hell.
You guys are not.
I thought we explained it to you.
Jpeg, ask a question right now just to confuse me. I'm going to lose my
No,
mind.
you know what, JPEG?
That's all.
I can agree with Genesis because I was a little confusing.
Please keep that in or bloopers. Oh my god.
Bro, I just want this all to be the after scenes, just to see all this like stuff go down.
I know.